recording. Who wants to do a recap to surprise Clark after he gets back with whatever the fuck he's going to get? The Shrees.
Did you already leave for the groceries?
Yeah.
I guess so. You want to do the recap, Sam, or should I?
Up to you.
Do Boulder Parchment Shears. Loser has to do it.
Okay.
You
What
guys
about
love
rollies?
doing my recaps. Recaps are the best part of the. What do you mean, as a loser?
Oh, we always get cut off, and you say, "Well, here's what you forgot," and we're like, "Oh man."
Oh, sorry. I won't do that
It's okay.
this time.
Alright,
I'll just let you forget.
Okay, so the winner gets it this time, since Dylan's gonna be nice. To
Sure. Yeah.
Alright.
Boulder
Parchment
Shears. Shoot.
All right, round one.
Okay.
Put it in chat.
Yeah, shoot.
Why do we do? Not everyone does shoot, brother.
Everybody shoots.
Well, I was gonna pick rock no
Especially
matter
in
what.
state.
So
Well, I picked Shears, so it's up to you. You got this, buddy.
Boulder. Okay. It started off. We at the very beginning. Had we got the clothes yet, or was that the very start of the episode?
I believe that was the start.
we had
were getting the
clothes.
clothes.
Okay. We were going that morning. We were discussing preparations for the party, namely going to a tailor, perhaps, to get wardrobe that might make us fit in better with the party being held at the Viscount's Manor later that weekend. There's a lot of interesting outfits that were designed. Some people wanted fancier ones than others. Some people were happy with just, weird. Some people wanted very flowery, decadent outfits. But it turned out pretty well. Went to the manor where they promptly took our weapons away from us conveniently. And we then proceeded to scout conveniently. Proceeded to check out the area around the house. Silky talked to the Hollingsworth family on the first floor before we proceeded upstairs. We kind of just schmoozed with a variety of elites from around the area. Merchants or clerics or heads of the families. I forget exactly what everyone did, but there was some promises of checking the docks among allies more. I believe Silky gambled a little bit and talked with people. I forget exactly what happened with that part, but the point is we eventually... Wait. Oh, I'm totally messing up because that was the end of that was the previous episode. Oh my god, I'm sorry.
This is what you get for winning Boulder Parchment Shears.
sorry. Sam, do you want to do it? I've described the previous episode. That's
And
my
you did a
bad.
great job at that.
That is my bad. That is entirely my bad.
Picking
Cut
up
the
our-
recording. Cut the video, Dylan. Cut it.
All right.
Horrible.
I'm cleaning it out
Okay, pee pee poo poo.
from the
Thank
top.
you.
From the top.
We'll fix it in post.
Yeah.
Pee pee poo poo. Sorry.
As I dive into the proper recap.
My
another
bad.
shout-out.
Y'all should have
Jesus.
told me I was doing it wrong.
I thought you were just going very in depth, man. You're good.
I thought you didn't want anybody to correct you. That's how I took it. I thought you were being a full diva.
As I dive in, don't forget about the Spotify as well.
I'm
Got
gonna
some sick
hop in
campfire
there.
music
Yeah.
going. Picking up where Connor left off, Warden was being checked out by a dude who was very interested in his Warden's horns. He turned out to be Keston Grace, if I remember correctly. He is the cousin of the warlock bitch who we fought on the boat and has now appeared at the party. So Keston and this woman charm Silky so she doesn't immediately kill everybody and says, hey, let's go downstairs and chat some more in private. Silky is like, well, I can't say no, I guess, but I can bring everybody with me. So we all get what we can, mostly butter knives, and head out to chat with them some more. When we see them in the first floor courtyard, they say, hey, we're part of the Grace family. We're from the Imperium. We're a big deal. And you really don't want to fuck with us. And we're like, okay, well, sounds good. This was fun. So how about getting our people back? And they're like, yeah, okay, fine. You can have the slaves. Just meet us in a couple at the Balder Harbor, and we'll figure something out. So we decide not to kill them on sight, which is, in hindsight, probably a good idea. But we go back to chat with other folk. Meanwhile, the Viscount Marlowe Dumar says, hey guys, thanks for coming to my party. I'm going to make an army and a navy. Hope you're okay with that. I have like 20,000 troops. It's going to be great. And, oh yeah, the Graces, they're here to help out. They're totally cool. Nothing wrong with them at all. We'll vote on this whole thing and on the solstice, but like everybody knows it's going to pass because I'm big dick swinging right here, and this is what I say we should do. So we're going to do it. It's going to be great.
But his voice sounds more like this. And he's
Yeah. He has a
like
voice.
he's kind of tired sounding.
He has a voice?
Yeah,
He's very tired.
My
sounding.
God.
most people do.
He must be a villain.
He's very.
Believe it or not, the Pravachis are not excited about all this. Other people are varying levels of anxious and terrified. So we meet with the Viscount, and the Viscount's like, sorry, what can I do about it? I'm just a little bitch boy. He doesn't want to fight the Graces.
Mhm.
So it's like, all right,
Classic
cool.
Viscount.
Thanks, buddy. The Pravachis are still super pissed about what the Viscount said and are even more on board to help out with this whole fucking over the Graces thing. So Mr. Bravachi says, why don't you come by my place and we'll chat more about it tonight. We decide that's a great idea. And on the way there, we get ambushed by magically summoned creatures that are probably from the Graces. We kick their asses with some pretty good damage rolls, if I do say so myself, on a particular lightning bolt of sorts. And we meet up with Mr. Bravachi, and he's like, yeah, the Viscount sucks, the Graces suck. How about we just overthrow the government and we'll put in our own government? It's going to be great. We're like, okay, cool, but like, let's get the family back first. He's like, okay, sure, fine, we can do that. And then we all level up. We get our own little mini narratives. Warden went off to the docks to go jump into the storm. I think everybody else was here for their thing. I think
Clark wasn't.
Salros is just playing some notes for the crowd, and then everybody else kind of got their own little vignette. And we level up to level 6. It's still nighttime. No, we haven't gone to bed yet, but we're close to it. And yeah, that's about it.
You are right.
What did I forget?
You forget anything? I don't think.
No, it's
was
okay. You
better-
can tell Sam. Only Connor wants no
That
feedback.
was much better than I could have done, Sam.
I
Thank
thought
you
you did a
for.
great job.
Thank
So Clark did get his little vignette, which is an excellent word. Separately, I just hopped into Discord with him and gave him his little low up speech. So we left off pretty much there. Everyone had their moment of
Zen.
yeah, their little encounters or Zen moments, and then went to sleep. We would be starting it the next morning, but we're gonna start real quick with Kathan's because I didn't get to sit down with Kathan and do his.
Yep, sorry about
which
that.
is my fault, not yours. I was focused on wedding and shit, and then being homeless. Anywho, so Warden decides to make his way to the docks, seeing the storm. It's been decently rainy. After you speak with Profashis, you're able to head over to the nearest docks, and you quickly are able to find it's pretty empty. Rain is coming down in waves, and you can see a good bit of lightning out on the horizon. What are you doing, if anything?
I'd probably go out to the most unoccupied dock and follow the teachings of the high priest. Just kind of embrace the storm. Probably raise my sword up to the sky. Probably spike the heads that I have on top of it.
Okay. So you're standing out there in the storm with the head of the Bargura atop Shatterspike.
Oh, did that disappear? I forgot. Does that disappear since it's magical?
I'm gonna allow it.
Okay.
Because this is a gruesome image you're painting for me here, Nathan. Okay, yeah, so you're out there, head atop. What are you saying? What are you thinking about, if anything?
I think I'm just waiting because this is new to Warden. He wouldn't know if this would work because it's not his ritual.
That's true. That's true. As the thunder begins to come over you, quiet roar, flash of lightning comes across the harbor, illuminating the area for a moment, for a brief second. This strong, black-armored warforged, standing at tall 7 feet, stands picturesque with the storm backing him, and the demonic head atop his sword. As you stand there, you recognize that there seems to be a second, faint blue glow illuminating the docks. And you look down to see these jagged, carved, in this violent manner, set of runes spreading from your chest where your core is. And you watch as they begin to trail up your arms, stopping at about your forearm. Make a perception check. You can tell that they're saying something. It's giant, you think, but it's a dialect that you don't know if you remember. You can't quite make out what's going on, but you read something about dragons on your right arm as it then begins to fade. And you hear a secondary piece of this from as the thunder rumbles and reverberates in your chest. You look up to the sword after having watched the runes disappear, and the head of the Balgora is gone.
I think.
Go ahead.
Well, that was pleasing, I believe. I would sheath the sword and kind of open my core and say, I suppose the high priest was right. I have embraced the storm, and it seems to have embraced me. And walk back.
Okay. You begin to make your way back towards the brothel through Kirkwall. You can feel strength flowing into your limbs. As congratulations, you reach level 6. If
Nice.
you didn't already roll health, please do. I assumed you already leveled up, but
He's a
I
late
did.
bloomer.
as you begin to make your way back, you do see a few people out traveling at night. It looks like there was actually someone watching you. As you come off the docks, you see a man in a cloak that cowers as you stroll by him, giving him, I'm assuming, one blink in the night.
Yeah.
And
Could I say that my aura is you feel kind of a static electricity around you? That's what the
the man's arm hair goes on end and he doesn't even know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sick. You should say that. That's cool as fuck.
Awesome.
All right, and you're able to make your way back to the brothel.
Awesome.
Dylan, before
Before you go to
we
sleep,
wake up,
you wanna?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So my vignette, I guess, left me out. I had chased the goblin right through the streets, right?
You had,
And it okay, so
and then you felt its touch on your finger, and then he disappeared, going into you, and you're able to make your way back to the private rooms you were given at the brothel, and your time is your own.
okay, I'm going to think to myself about what it what that could have possibly meant, and then as it like I like just like sit and I think for a bit, and then I'm like, oh shit, fuck. I sit on my bed and I think and I start to send a message, and I'm like, fuck, I hope I'm not too late. Shit. And I'm gonna send a message to Dugador from Starkhaven.
Yep.
And I'm gonna say, is it like super late, right? Or is it? I don't know what time it is.
It's late.
I don't care. It like got me anxious, so I need to send it now. I'm saying, Dugador, it's Vinny from Starkhaven. Be wary of the Citadel. I had a vision. Take no unnecessary risks, and do not disturb the inhabitants.
That's
danger.
25 inhabitants.
Okay.
I don't know. There were a lot of uhs and ums in there.
Those don't
I
count as
didn't count
words.
those.
Those don't count as.
All right.
Otherwise,
Court
Vinny,
reporter takes those out. Take that out.
otherwise, Vinny would get you more than 8 words. But yeah. So.
Thank you, Vinny. I appreciate
Oh,
the
that's
warning.
sorry. Okay.
He's the one who's going to.
I will be sure to approach any inhabitants in the citadel warily. My companions and I are well equipped to handle any threat, though. You need worry not.
He said he will approach them.
He said he will approach the citadel with caution, but that his
Okay.
companions and him were more than equipped to handle any threat.
Okay. All right. Then I'll send a message to Gron. And I don't know how the message spell works, but I'm going to use thaumaturgy to make my voice very deep and
I don't know what to do with those
imposing.
scrolls. They seem
And I guess
like
if
they might be
you
something interesting.
were in your room listening, you could probably hear it. But I'm going to send a message to Gron as well now.
Okay.
I'm going to say,
That everyone basically is going to overhear.
if you want to, you can say it.
What's your call?
I'm going to say, Sir Gron, it's the Gooch. Danger approaches. Beware the travelers. Close off tunnels and hide until danger
Good luck.
passes. Small one, Dugador. Don't harm.
Alright, what was Gron's voice like? It's been a while. Hang on.
He was like a Jersey bro kind of, right? Like he was like, hey. I'm trying to remember. It's like
Yeah, I think that's
I
about.
wanted
It's
to
like
be
a
that
husky.
now, even if it wasn't.
It was like a
I-
husky
I-
kind of
I-
like-
Alright.
it was like husky kind of like, hey, yeah.
Alright, I'm starting to die as well to get it.
All right, I want to hear more about the gooch.
Hang on. I'm gotta have him here somewhere. On left is the sanctum, right?
Yo, guys, I gotta
a-
bail until like 6 potentially. I just gotta fucking. I was supposed to fucking meet with a group to study for contracts from like 4 to 6. I totally fucking forgot about this.
Gotcha.
So
Alright,
All right, well,
I'll just
okay,
I'll just
I'm
give you a
bailing
response.
for
You're
until
fine.
it's just I should be able to hop back in then after.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
if there's
guys.
something that
Okay.
you want to do while you're gone, don't text me about it.
Yeah.
All right, I was gonna I'll text Connor or something. It doesn't matter. Okay,
I was
all
like,
right.
well, that's kind of rude. Don't text me about it.
Okay,
I
I'll
don't
be
care.
back.
I don't care. Just tell me what.
Alright.
Hey, if you have a thought, don't.
Just don't even fucking dare.
Put it in your pocket.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Gooch, for the warning. I will
those
heed
might
your
be-
words wisely. I have been thinking of you often and trying to pray to you. I'm so grateful for your. That's all you get.
Okay. Okay. I'll respond to Gron. And that's my last third level spell. And I'll say, you are a good and trustworthy servant. Stay safe. Be careful. These people are dangerous, okay? I trust you. And that's it.
I will. I will stay safe. Thank you so much for bestowing your trust upon me. Wow. That's so crazy. You can just always hear me. I gotta say, when Vinny told me about you, I was skeptical, but I really have come around and these.
I can't respond even if I wanted to. So. And then I will read the Green Knight until I go to bed.
So, the Green Knight, it still is going into the details of the exploits of the small goblin. Make an intelligence check as you read it.
Sure. Oh, just a straight intelligence check. Okay.
Actually, yeah, intelligence or history. Your call.
They
Because of where you're from, I'll say either's fine.
Click on myself. Okay.
Not bad. So, you're getting to a point where it's talking about the Green Knight's final rest. And it mentions a couple of like weird things. You read about his conquest of against the Ember King, which you've actually heard of. That's like an old Free Marcher legend of actually a Kirkwall Viscount that raised an army. People think they sold his soul out to the devil for power, and was trying to conquer the rest of the Free Marchers and turn it into a kingdom as opposed to a coalition of city-states. That is only the second time there's been an attempt for someone to turn into more of a king. The other one was out of Starkhaven. This was the one in the Free Marchers, and it was a long time ago, almost 400 years ago. But it seems to be indicating that the Green Knight went to rest at basically what you're reading and you're picking up on is these local landmarks that you've heard of. You didn't like grow up near them, but you grew up close enough to them that you think you could find the final resting place that this book seems to indicate of this Goblin Knight, if you were so inclined.
Mission acquired. Okay.
Dylan, would Warden remember any of the ruins?
What do you mean?
Like, could I try
Like
and
the
write down
ruins?
any of the
Ruins,
ruins
you mean?
that disappeared? Yeah.
You also make an intelligence check.
Okay.
This is going to be a little bit of a harder one.
That's fine.
Why are you so dumb?
So,
The rolls are okay so far.
so you're trying. You've got the word dragon. You know you saw that. You were able to make it out. Specifically, it, I think was. No. You were able to make out that the word dragon was on your right arm, which was kind of where you were naturally looking. Like as you recognized the light and you watched it begin to spread over your arms, you were like staring at it crawling up your right arm. A lot of it was like in a very like flowing, strange. It looked like it was a poem or like a complicatedly written spell or binding.
Haiku.
It's hard to say.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it is. I gave you a no. It's actually it's all giant limericks all across your body. And you're not able to remember what it was.
Okay.
Unfortunately. Maybe if you were able to stand in front of a mirror next time. Hard to say.
Sounds good.
Would anyone else like to do anything before they do go to sleep? I will say Morteza and Salros have a reasonable shot at having heard Vinny's messages since he was using thaumaturgy, and y'all were in the area. Warden, Raka, and Silky would not, as you were off doing your own thing.
He's in an adjoining room, right?
Yeah, he's like in the room next door, going like,
All right. I'll go up to the wall and I'll go,
"Run!"
keep it down! I am so close to a breakthrough! Don't do this!
That like scares like the shit out of Vinny, and he was like sitting on like the edge of his bed and like not like balanced very well, and like hearing him knock like fall like on my back.
Right
Yeah.
as Gron, you're like hanging on the last words that Gron's saying as he cuts off, and you jump as Morteza begins to slam on the wall.
What the is cheating? Okay.
All right.
I think, yeah, Raka and Silky are probably just going to go to bed.
So Raka,
Thank you.
Silky went back to her own home, and Raka went to
Yeah.
a park before eventually coming back, and everyone is able to go to sleep. And next morning, after your long rest, we'll say so. Silky got a new axe, which I did not add to her inventory because I don't like from fucking Charlotte, but I can put it in there really fast. If we do
Cool.
fight, it's basically a regular axe with currently a 1d4 for fire damage that goes on top of it. So we'll just remember that. But I'll add that in there in a little bit. For simplicity's sake, do you want to just leave Silky at her house for the morning meeting with the Profashis, or she joins late or something?
Yeah, Raka can fill her in on the important details.
All right.
Is
So
my camera back?
you are back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Hello.
Thank you.
So, rise and shine. You are greeted as you exit the rooms by a familiar sight as a blue tiefling waits outside for y'all, kind of like quietly feeding his bird, which is a white owl, while waiting for y'all to wake up. It seems. When you arrive, the bird just goes, about time.
What did you say? Sorry.
It's like, "Grr, about time."
I think he means it's time to meet up with Mr. Papachi.
Yep,
I think that's it.
I've been waiting here for like an hour. Grr.
Yeah, well, we had a rough night, so pardon us. We're not on your schedule.
Are you nocturnal?
I'm an owl.
I know owls tend to be.
Most of
Creatures
what
of
I
the night.
most of what I do happens at night. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, the Dark Souls music's fucking me up now.
He's giving him PTSD.
No, no, no.
This is some peaceful ass Dark Souls music, though.
For now.
It's the calm playlist.
It is called A Moment's Peace.
Fair enough.
Remind me of your name again.
Lucci.
Lucci, that's right.
I was
You,
thinking Luigi.
you want to just tell us where to meet Mr. Papachi?
Yep.
Same place?
Nope, I just came over to get you. Come on, we're gonna go to a little different meeting room. Grr.
Oh boy. This should be exciting.
I mean, you're not going far. You're literally just going to a different part of the brothel is all.
Meet up with everybody, say, y'all
Yeah.
sleep well? Everybody had a
No.
good night's sleep?
No,
Warden
no,
doesn't-
but
Warden
I've
doesn't
done
seem to have
something
forgiven
better.
you.
I still don't know what the chain was. I have it in the backpack somewhere.
You do not.
Yeah.
That's
Just confused.
Vinny was so happy looking down from the cart at the gifting. He was like, yes, it's working! And he thinks that everything's back to normal now.
I just know he just threw a chain at me for some reason.
It sounds about right. Well, I guess we should figure out our next course of action. We got 2 days to prepare for whatever the fuck's gonna happen.
So Lucci is actually gonna motion you to follow him into a separate room, where you come in and you see Eliza and Ricky and Mr. Profashi, as well as Upak and Sosk. All members of the family, minus a few that are in Starkhaven, and one barbarian, or one Goliath woman,
Dragonborn?
who, no, the
Yeah.
Dragonborn is here, Upak is here, minus one Goliath
Oh,
woman who is not present at this dinner, or this breakfast. You come in, there's quite a spread before you of good food, sausages, bacon, cockatrice eggs, delicacy. And plenty of bread and jams. To get started in your day, they invite you, of course, to sit down, eat your fill, if you are hungry. And, Lucci at this point will, so we're gonna get down to business, or?
Let me have another sausage first, and then we can chat.
Are you the strategist,
Nope.
Lucci?
Nope, I'm the thief.
Thief. Okay. Well,
I appreciate, again, all your, Mr. Profaci, providing for us. So,
It's not a problem. I'm
I know you-
happy to help folks in need. We all go through hard times.
I know we left things a bit of a undecided point last night, and hopefully we can get our ducks in a row, or whatever you uplanders say, to figure out our next steps here.
We did. I don't mean to overpressure you all, but I would like to hear your thoughts on what I said last night. I
Talking
plan
about
to
the-
make some moves against the Viscount, and it would be helpful if I had you all working with me.
I'll say, I can't speak for everybody in the group, but I can certainly say out of all of the powerful people we've met in this city, you seem like the one who actually acts on what they believe. Going to that party was somewhat disheartening, I guess, to see everybody talk a big game about how we hate human trafficking, we hate slavery, but once politics are involved, they back off, right? So it seems that you're the only person who we can trust to say what they mean and actually follow through. So whatever I can do to help, you can count on me, and I bet that goes for the rest of the group too.
He'll lean
Alright.
back and kind of look over you all. So, interested in some treason then, boys?
I'm not overly fond of politicians, so if it pays.
I can make it rewarding if that better entices.
Now, if I'm speaking for myself here, I just need you to know that your ambitions and drive come second to how the upstanding of our group. If anything puts us in danger, or like this current situation puts family in danger, that's going to have to take priority. But this talk you have about a better future, a place where people are free from slavery at the very least, that's something I can get behind. Just need to understand that there's other priorities for us as well.
The toppling of governments always leads to enough death and strife for my god.
I don't mean to topple. I don't mean to topple anything. I plan to replace the Viscount with the Amel family, ideally. Marlo Dumar sits on the throne because his grandfather took that position after the Amel's ancestor was thought lost. Some idiot adventurer, no offense intended, disappeared for years and wasn't around to take up the mantle when his own father passed away. But I understand your concerns about family. I always intend to watch out for my own family, and I want to make sure this city and the Free Marchers stay a place that we can all live in comfortably. I worry that Marlowe will be leading it to change in a direction it should not be headed. The reason I want you all, specifically, aside from the fact that we do good work together, is because I do not want to be the ones that are doing this. This is going to be a little bit of a notoriety gaining affair. We're going to supplant this noble family, and I'd rather not be thought of as someone that can be able to do this. You'll have to forgive me, but basically, I don't want to be living here and having the new Viscount who I just put on the throne worried that I'm going to replace him. So I want you all to approach him like this is your idea, not his. Not mine.
So we get to take the heat if things go wrong.
Yeah.
Well, at least you're upfront about it.
I didn't say it wouldn't be risky. What I said was that I would help you keep your families safe. And that potentially, with this change, you'd be keeping a lot of families safe.
Have you discussed this with the Amels at all? Or do you just want us to walk up to their front door and tell them that that throne is theirs?
I haven't said a word to them.
Huh.
But I know Marlowe. I know him well. I'm sorry, I know Malcolm. Malcolm Amel is what I meant to say. I know Malcolm well. Why the fuck did I make two M names as the two?
Sounds like you don't know him that well.
That's a big mistake on my part. Malcolm. Malcolm would welcome it. I don't know if his son would be too excited, but Malcolm would jump at this opportunity if he thought it was presenting itself. And as I understand it, your Furbolg friend is well connected with the Hollingsworths, who happen to be quite close with the Amel family. So I think you all approach through them with concerns about the Dumar's work with the Graces. See if you can bring it up how you want. Maybe just imply that he might be better off in the position than Marlowe. Either way, I don't want to be the one to broach the topic. But if you all decide that you don't want to do this, and it's risky or averse to your interests, I'll do it anyway. Consequences be damned.
Are you wanting us to do this before our meeting with the Grace family tomorrow?
I think you misunderstand the timeline. We're not going to topple a government in a day.
No, sorry, for the first reaching out at all.
No, this comes
Is
second.
it is it contingent upon one thing or?
It won't be.
I would recommend at least stopping by to talk with the Hollingsworth if y'all are gonna do this for me.
Yeah.
At least reach out to the Hollingsworths to get a meeting set up.
We can do that after our family's safe. It'll be our top priority.
All right.
My
Now,
only question is more like I don't pretend to know how the deal tomorrow will go down with retrieving the family, and that could potentially alter the state of the game, right? Like as far as how we relate to the Grace family. If we get them back without any bloodshed, I guess that means that's probably ideal for you, but I mean, we are very, very set on getting back Silky's family, and I don't want
Bloodshed.
politics to be
Blood.
in the way of that.
Bloodshed of Eberonians is of no concern to me.
Okay.
now, forgive me for not fully believing the purely noble aspirations you may have for this. But the way I'm seeing it is you're giving us an amazing opportunity to put ourselves on the front line of this potential coup while you sit back and reap the rewards. And I'm not trying to make a big scene about this. We've worked well in the past, and I support your aspirations. I'm just curious what you plan to get out of all this beyond those high and mighty ideas of a freer society.
I don't think Marlowe is the right person to be the Viscount anymore, and I intend to see him supplanted.
And why is that?
Well, I believe he's going to be taking up, once he has this standing army, and the support he's getting from the Graces, at least a legion of spellcasters. I have to imagine some financial benefits as well. I think he intends to centralize the free marches. I think he intends to set out on the warpath in the not so distant future. And I would rather not see that happen.
Because you're a champion of the people?
You don't believe me? Sort of like leans back. I've
No, I'm
built
just
up
curious.
a comfortable wealth and a strong position. Is it so wild that I would say that I don't want my city to change too much?
Just curious.
My reasons are my own. But I can, if you help me with this, offer significant financial rewards.
That I do not doubt.
If that is more what you're looking for, Master Gnome.
We can discuss particulars later. Again, I think on paper, looking around the group, I don't think any of us have any major qualms with your goals and aspirations. And we're happy to, at the very least, get this ball rolling. Where this thing goes is something we can determine after we deal with this harbor business. If you don't mind me being so pushy on that subject.
Of course. Take Lucci with you today. He knows his way around the back streets.
I appreciate that.
He can help out.
Notoriety is our specialty, after all.
We are pretty good at making a scene.
I don't doubt
Seem
it.
to do it everywhere we go.
Oh, I actually forgot something, by the way. Warden, last night, make one perception check for me, actually. Because I forgot something that was supposed to happen. You saw a ship retreating further into the harbor that looked to be like a fairly large warship. But that's not really what caught your eye so much as a second ship that came to the harbor that you were at, which was more of the like a little bit more industrial. You know, maybe some couple shenanigans may happen from time to time in this harbor. One of what had been identified as the like more likely to have criminal activity harbors, basically. It looked to be made entirely of iron.
Ooh.
You'd never seen a ship like that before.
A metal ship. It kept
Curved
afloat.
swords.
Okay.
It looked like it had taken some damage, potentially from the storm or something else. Hard to say. It was dark, and you were basically going off of lightning flashes. And to be honest, aside from the fact that it looked like an interesting metal ship, you had some other stuff going on in your mind at the time.
Makes sense. Okay.
Anywho. But yeah, at that, Mr. Profashi will lean back and invite everyone to continue eating. Liza and Ricky mostly staying quiet for this meal. Upak has been watching over all of you pretty intently, but he's kind of just a serious guy.
Scary goat, yeah.
Just a big jacked dragonborn.
I think while
Everyone's eating.
while everyone's eating, I'll take out the chain and drop it at Rocket's like table and be like, "You drop this at
Oh.
me."
Oh, you're right. I
Rocket
did.
just got mentioned in Twitter DMs or some shit.
You're right. I did do that. I'm sorry. I kind of threw it at you last night. I was kind of panicked for my life. I realized when we were in the middle of that battle, and I was staring down that humongous beast, that some things that you take with you and hold on to are really better left dealt with before your time's up. And when it looks like my time was up, I realized that there was something that I hadn't dealt with between us. And that was me in the moment trying to make amends for something that should have needed a longer conversation. So thank you for giving this back to me so I can properly give it to you, along with an apology. I know recently we've been on not the best terms, as I look over to Vinny, and I understand that my actions might have made you felt like you were a primary suspect when I think cooler heads knew that you were one of our greatest allies. I can't say that what I did was fully wrong. However, the path I took and the extent to which I took it were certainly out of line. I understand why you might have felt a serious level of annoyance and a desire to get rid of me in the only way you know how. After that, I shouldn't have accused you of a crime that I knew you didn't commit deep down, but I was caught up in an investigation that needed to suss out all leads. And honestly, there's not that many of you out there, right? So, I mean, how could there possibly be two Warforged in the same city? So, I do mean when I say that you are a valuable member of this group. And I can only hope that this chain for your horse is an adequate show of my deep regret for my actions. I hope to prove to you through plenty of repentance in my own way that you do mean something to me beyond just carrying that very terrifying sword with you.
Your words sound like a half apology, but I will take it under consideration, and I shall give you an effort or
Make a deception check.
To me or what?
You, Sam. You didn't buy that.
You were
chain.
like, I would definitely accuse you again, but like,
Oh,
I'm kind
no.
of sorry.
Oh,
Okay,
no!
let's go, baby. -1.
You could give him advantage since he gave me a gift.
That's fair.
That sounds fair.
Yeah, I'll give him advantage. I want y'all to be able to bury the hatchet.
Not happening.
Wow.
Not at all.
Wow.
He seemed to have some genuine regret. Seemed. The method he gave you the gift, a little rushed. You can decide how Warden's taking this, but you can tell that he didn't like set out originally to go like, I want to bury this hatchet. That wasn't like the goal there for some reason, you think.
Yeah. I will give you the opportunity, as you say. Your words are hollow, but your actions shall speak louder.
That's all I can hope for. Honestly, if you accepted that apology on its face, I'd be even more worried about you. I understand that relationships, once broken, take time to be repaired. And there are things that we can agree on, some things we might not be able to agree on. And hopefully we can meet somewhere in the middle.
Or
Use
you'll
this-
just blink twice and turn away.
Lean over to Vinny and just nailed it.
So, like, if the seating arrangement here is accurate, Vinny is behind Warden, and they were talking to each other, and Vinny was listening, and there were so many different emotions going on hearing that Vinny decided to use the Wand of Frowns on himself just so he could keep a straight face, because otherwise he was like, he was really happy at times, and he was like,
Make a charisma save.
On yourself.
I'm like, but
I guess if you're
I'm,
willing,
like,
if you're
failing
willing,
on-
if you're willing, it's fine.
on
Yeah.
purpose.
Yeah, never mind.
So-
If you're willing, you turn to Vinny Rocket, and he's got a huge frown on his face. While you're like giving him like a thumbs up from the other side of Warden.
But it's not because I'm disapproving. It's because I need a neutral way of not giving myself away.
He's got like very happy eyes, but a big frown.
I don't know how to process these facial expressions. I just assume it's mild discontent with the way I approach that. Mentally note that for next time.
I thought you did okay.
That was pretty
Yeah.
funny. Good job.
Well, should we figure out what we want to do today?
Yeah, I guess by Lucci going with us, is he going to show us around the docks and give us some ideas of what we might
Cool. If you
try to
wanna-
do tomorrow?
If you wanna go check out those docks, I'm happy to help. If not, that's okay too. Cool. You got told that the Balder docks would be where they'd meet you in
Yeah.
2 days. Those are
We
just-
know what the ship looks like. We know where it should be. I'd say we should, at the very least, scout out, put eyes on the vessel, make sure it's actually there, and take it from there.
Well, I am not very shall we say, sneaky. So it should be most likely a specific contingent part of our group if we do not wish to be seen.
To be fair, most of us are a little bit noticeable.
So like a disguised crew, I guess.
So it's legal to walk around the docks in the open. We can walk around there, no problem. But if you want to go into some of the like interior warehouse docks, that would be when you'd need to sneak in.
I just worry since we're waiting 2 days. That also gives the Grace family 2 days to do whatever nefarious plans they're doing as well. So they may be watching the area as well. Am I off base on that?
I wouldn't say at all. I imagine we're up against a clock we can't even see. So figuring out a plan is doing something faster is probably better than waiting for them.
It might be best to go disguised if we're in the vicinity.
It's fine by me. I'm pretty good at scouting, so I can come with you if you want. I can always just be a spider. Or
You
a
can
rat.
also transform into Steve.
I can be Steve too.
I'm just
It's
saying,
an option.
like you can that cloak aside from the summoning that, it also lets you
Yeah,
basically
just
alter self into Steve.
for an hour.
Rocket, weren't you going to the zoo? The menagerie?
Yeah, I've been putting that off, I know, but I mean, my whole reason for going was to see as many beasts as I can, just to give myself some options in a fight. And I think now's as good a time as any is getting that figured out. So at some point, I'd like to head out there and make some drawings and figure out.
At this point,
What
Eliza's like
options
arms
are.
up in the air. Zoo trip. Oh, I'll come on one of those for sure.
Perfect. Well, I can. We have just today, right, to get all this done. So
They
I
didn't
guess
name
I'll
it.
do-
They didn't name a time tomorrow. You could. This is a wild call. You could send them a message.
you can you clarify the specifics of our meeting? I mean, unless you want to assume they meant the afternoon, should we just say we have just today to get everything sorted?
That's probably smart, but we didn't get a time. They just just be waiting there all day tomorrow.
I mean, you were there too. And so-
We were all very anxious, and I thought we were about to kick their ass at any moment. But
I was just a spider. I couldn't have gotten clarification if I wanted. So, sorry.
maybe we need to clarify. But we can do that later. But yes.
I'll leave that up to you, Vinny.
Okay.
I'll let's say I go to the zoo. Someone needs to go out scouting. Is there anything we want to buy? Any potions that we need to pick up, or last minute trinkets or knickknacks we want to get?
Nothing comes
Get some health
to
potions.
mind.
Could always
Fire.
buy some health potions.
And you go back
Oh,
to
yeah.
Steve's.
No,
You're
no,
down
I
to
got
one.
Who has that one? Is it
Either
me?
you or Silky, but I'm pretty sure you use most of the ones that you got in the library.
Silky has
in
one
the
potion
final
of
library
healing.
fight.
Okay, we'll say Silky has it because I
Yeah, she has it.
take mine off.
I could pick us up some while we're out.
Health potions?
I'll accompany you, Vinny.
Yeah, I don't think I need any more components for my spells. I can double check real quick.
I do not.
I have some idea coming to mind about a way to keep people alive, or at least bring them back. But I think it might require some diamonds. So, I mean, I've never used the spell, so I couldn't tell you much about it. But maybe see what you can see about about that while you're out.
I too have been researching the way to bring people back. I think I made a breakthrough last night, despite Vinny's best efforts to interrupt me.
Oh, perfect. We might need that if this goes wrong. So good to hear that we have more people who can keep
It
it up and going.
been my life's work to reverse the one-way trip that is death.
Huh. It only took me like a few months to figure that out. What have you been doing this whole time?
Well, I don't need a diamond.
Rocket's
It's more cost-effective. Perhaps everyone
turn
can do
everyone in the party against him.
I mean, this is easy, right? You can't summon beasts at a whim.
No.
You can't throw ice and have it explode everywhere, including on your teammates.
Oh, I can throw something else now.
All right. Well, let's say Eliza and I can go to the menagerie. Vinny, do you want to head up the scouting trip?
Yes, and we'll stop by and get some potions as well.
Perfect. I guess we can check in on Silky. I'll fill her in on everything we discussed. See if there's anything else she wants done before tomorrow. Well, how about you three? You guys have a preference either way? Warden, I feel like you could use a zoo trip. Just
Well,
yeah.
I
don't
shall.
wanna
I
impose.
suppose. I guess I will accompany you if that is what you desire.
I'll get you 2 potions, big man, okay?
Just
I'll pay
blink
for the
twice
ticket.
at Vinny.
I'll pay for the ticket. How about that?
Well, I do not have any money, as Vinny is our money man.
Well, I will.
Is the zoo
was-
free, or is it a public park? I don't know.
It's outside town.
I'll tell you what. Zoo's on me. Yeah.
Hell yeah. I knew we made a good choice.
I will tell Rotgut if you see like a little like collectible thing, like I don't know, like one of those little
A penny
Plastic.
presser.
those little plastic moldings they have, or
Mm-hmm.
one of those little plushies from the zoo. Pick me up one.
I've never been to a zoo, if I'm being honest, but I'll find the best gift for you. Get you something nice.
I also take out the splint from my backpack that I've been carrying and drop it at Vinny and say, "See if you can sell this."
The what? Sorry.
What is this?
The splint, because I never sold the splint after
Splint mail?
the splint mail after the
Oh, the
plate.
split.
Oh.
Okay. You said
I was
splint,
thinking
and I was
like
like, you mean like
like a cast
Yeah,
or
that's
something?
exactly what I was
Oh,
thinking.
yeah,
Like for an
split mail.
arm.
What? I guess you can just go to Steve, right? He'd probably be able to.
You could go to Steve. This is just normal armor, so
Okay.
you might not really buy it, but you could stop by it at most blacksmith shops and see if you could sell it there. All right, so party's gonna be split. Rockgut leaving with Eliza, and Warden starts to head back to check on Silky. When you get there, she's of course happy to see you all, and you sit down, you're able to talk through some stuff.
Well, hail.
And she is, I imagine, thinking about potentially a safer location to put her family. And so, since they may be going into a little bit of hiding, she would probably volunteer as Vinny Jr.'s last outing to go to the menagerie with y'all. I don't know. Your decision. Sam and Wharton, of course.
I'll summon while they're talking. I'll summon the horse.
Okay. You're gonna,
Wait, actually, she's still
Thunder.
summoned. I don't think I ever
Thunder,
dismissed her.
yeah, Thunder came with you.
Oh, okay. So I'll, while they're talking, I'll put the chain on Thunder and see if they like he likes it.
All right, is it a girl or a boy? Is
Changes
a
every time
is
you
a
summon it.
celestial spirit
The
gender?
gender
even?
non-binary.
I don't know. Is it?
It's your decision.
We'll go with gender neutral because we're
Cool.
gonna be
We're fluid here.
we're
Matt
fluid.
Mercer, are you
Trying to be critical role. Here, yeah.
Okay. All right. So, I will take an animal handling
Animal?
check with advantage because you have a
Okay.
telepathic link. You're trying to find a way to like fit the chain. Thunder seems on board. They seem on board, and you're able to find a way to drape it. And it kind of like shifts a little bit to get it comfortable. You think you could maybe fiddle with it and make it a little bit aesthetically better, but it looks good, and Thunder seems to like it as a decoration at least.
This would please Warden if Thunder liked it.
It's pretty low DC. If you had gotten neither below over 10, I would have been like, but yeah, Thunder seems okay with it.
Is Thunder a warhorse?
Yeah.
Thunder's a big black horse with fucking creepy ass eyes.
Yeah.
So as y'all are walking, make some perception checks.
As we're about to head out, I see that obviously taking Vinny Jr. with us because why not? So that's me, Vinny Jr. and Eliza unhorsed currently.
Oh, I thought Vinny was the one on the horse. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I was gonna give Vinny Jr. the horse. That was the whole point.
I will. Still, it's 3 or 4 people. I will also use conjure animals to conjure 4 more war horses that are just kind of not as cool as Thunder. Just brown, plain looking war horses, a little smaller, a little shorter, and bring them up and say we can stay together as a group instead of having just one. If that's okay with you, Warden.
I have no qualms.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
And that'll speed the trip up, so you're gonna have a little more time in the day. Because of course it would. You have 4 war horses. I wasn't expecting that, Sam. You were able to.
Last?
Oh my god.
I think an hour.
Nice.
Which is plenty to get there.
Yeah,
no
yeah.
problem. May need to walk back, but you're able to
I got spell slots.
summon 4. Oh, yeah, that's fair. You do. You're able to summon 4 war horses that everyone is able to hop on and ride along pretty quickly. Eliza looks very at home on horseback. Vinny Jr. not so much. Rocket, make an animal handling check.
Let's go.
Oh.
Riding bareback too.
It's the strangest thing. This gnome is atop this enormous warhorse, considerably too large for him, but he's riding it so naturally. He doesn't. He's like no hands in it. He gives it like a slight nudge with his leg, and it does exactly what he wants. These are normal-sized horses. All of them like pretty majestic creatures in any army. Very stocky, very strong. Thunder is still on just another level next to them, though. Kind of highlighting even more that celestial spirit that looks more like he should have come out of one of the 9 hells. He rides the pack as Warden stays a little ahead. Vinny Jr. seems a little dejected that he's on a normal warhorse instead of Thunder again. But everyone is able to very quickly make it over to the menagerie. And I will come right back to y'all. But we're going to hop over to Vinny, Morteza, and Salros. Ricky is approaching y'all right as they leave. So what are... I'm sorry, Lucci is approaching y'all right as they leave. So what do y'all want to do? Are we going to go investigate those docks, or y'all just are going to go shopping?
Let's do the docks first while we have you. And then we can go shopping afterwards.
Sounds like a plan. Alright. You all start walking over to the Balder docks.
But first, let's all disguise ourselves.
Well,
here.
you're pretty far. It's still a big city.
Oh, okay.
You can do it after you get a little closer.
My bad.
It's your decision. You just want to disguise yourself right now, it's fine. Make perception checks as you walk. Morteza and Vinny.
Perception?
Yeah. And Salros, I guess, too.
Oh my god.
Nice job.
Salros does not need to.
I went to click my other
Wow.
Chrome window and I accidentally opened up League. 1 second. They're right next to each other on the start bar.
Got rid of the 2 and the 3. That was kind of funny to look at just him rolling that, but now we have much better roles.
It's the
in
worst
this.
job
in
of
the
giving a
side.
gift and apologizing. even the rolls, roll 20 was even just like,
If anything,
no, you
I
know
should
you
give him
fucked
disadvantage.
it.
Ball don't lie, really. Yeah.
Come on. Come on, i5 processor. I'll
Well,
just roll.
Vinny, you're pretty into. You hear quite a few rumors as you walk. It sounds like there was 2 warships that came to the city, big great beasts of ships, that are being discussed in rumors. You hear a few rumors, in fact. One, you hear about an Eberonian warship arrived last night through the storm, looking incredibly beat up. Like even outside of the storm, like it had potentially been assaulted, and people think that it must have been a ship of the. Oh my fucking god! All my notes on this are on my phone.
Oh no, we've lost half the
We've
campaign.
lost all my lore. That's okay. I'm gonna hit it from memory, and I might change some things after the fact.
It is hearsay.
It is a Kisseth warship. I'm sorry. No. It was going to be a Koslunari warship. I will spell that for y'all.
If something's wrong, it's just Vinny mishearing it. It's not you saying it wrong.
A Koslunari warship of all metal arrived after chasing an Eberonian warship, is what people think happened. This is a nation of people that you don't know too much about. If you mentioned it to Morteza, I would let him make a history check based on them. Vinny, you wouldn't know a lot about them. Saurus, unfortunately, not either. You know that they're a nation that lives on one of the southern islands. You've heard about their ability to make things explode even without magic. And they apparently have quite the intimidating presence, although you have not seen one of them.
Is that me or is that me?
This is you hearing these rumors and remembering what you know, which is essentially just that. But you hear about people whispering about a metal warship arriving in the night, chasing the Eberonian warship, which they were potentially attacking. And apparently a large contingent of them are now setting up in the docks a little bit of a compound as they are going to repair the damages to their ship, and are apparently have approached the Viscount asking for initially some harbor while they do that. The other thing that you hear about, even stranger, is sights. You walk by this guy that's like frantically explaining to a small group. No, I fucking saw him. It was this full metal man, terrifying red horns, and he held up a head to the sky, and it just fucking appeared. It was out in the rain. It was. All right, buddy. Clearly you had a one or two too much. No! I fucking saw him. He looked like he was gonna rip my head off next. I swear. Then that's what you hear. And you were saying you were gonna explain something to Morteza.
I will laugh at that. I will ask Morteza. Morteza, have you heard of anything called calamari before?
What is the subtext here?
Level 2.
Who's level 2?
The third.
So you've heard of the Kosunari.
Oh, this is the wrong character sheet. That's why.
You've heard of the Kosunari, Morteza. Not sure why you said it that way. I'm tempted to give you disadvantage because Vinny's not giving you a lot to go off of here. You've heard of the Kosunari. You know a little bit more about them because they're kind of near Gehenna, and they actually mostly leave your ships alone. They have some powder that explodes that they use as weapons. You've heard about that. They call it black powder. That's all you really know about it. And they are you've only caught a glimpse of one once, but they're like huge, like gray skin, typically horns like tieflings, but Goliath in size. Very intimidating. Apparently, very fierce warriors, and they have been at war with Eberron since basically they met your people. They apparently have some pretty strict views on magic and don't think well of the Eberonian nobility. Their navy harasses any Eberonian ships that try to go south of Gehenna, which tends to mean that most trade from Eberron to Gehenna actually goes through your country as opposed to them just sailing around. It's become very difficult for Eberonians to do that. Part of what led to a very wealthy country in the desert, basically. That makes sense? Anything you need me to re-explain there, or?
No, but I would just relay it for the sake of
Fair enough.
gameplay.
All right.
Vinny still thinks they're called like the calamari or whatever. That's what
Vinny, I've explained it time and time again.
I'm the one who heard it first. Okay, I'm telling you what I heard. You're telling me.
I'm telling you that's not what you heard. You are all wrong.
Okay, whatever. But it sounds like our friend might not be. Does this put a wrinkle in our whatever our plan is for tomorrow? If he has a whole iron warship with a crew to back him up on the dock?
I think you misheard me there.
Oh,
There are 2 warships that arrived.
yeah,
One was an Eberonian warship,
yeah.
not iron. That's not the
Seeking
iron
repair.
warship. But an Eberonian warship apparently did arrive last night. Is what you
Oh, okay.
is the rumor you pick up on.
Well-
And it was being chased by,
okay.
by the iron warship. Is what people think.
Gotcha. And which one is seeking repairs and has asked the Viscount?
Probably both of them, but
Okay.
the one that is asking is the Koslinari, the metal warship.
Oh,
As they
okay,
don't
gotcha,
they don't
gotcha.
typically ever dock in other harbors outside of their own. They're a very
I understand,
private
yeah.
and secretive group.
So the
I
two
understand.
warships that are now in the docks, they didn't fight out at sea, and now they're not both getting repairs at the same time, right?
There's a lot of
Two
docks.
separate-
There's a lot of docks in Kirkwall.
Okay,
They sailed into different ports.
gotcha.
But no, they were fighting, and both have sailed to the same city.
Uneasy truce.
Probably not looking to start a full-on war right in the middle of Kirkwall.
Just
Yeah.
imagine both crews at the same tavern, be like, "Hey, wait a second."
Quite possible. So, with that, you guys are able to make it towards the Balder docks. You wanted to do that first, right?
Correct.
Okay. How do you want to look around, or when you arrive, the docks look busy enough. You don't see any signs right away. It's a pretty big dock, though. You're able to start walking up and down it if you want, and can basically make another perception check to see what you could see or hear, or you could walk to someone and ask questions if you preferred.
I'm going to say we should all.
Or you could ask,
disguise
or you could ask Ricky if he can help you here somehow.
I'm going to say we should all disguise ourselves before we get too close, in case we're being watched. And I will transform into the party boy, Vinny.
Okay. With the
Morteza?
wave of your hands, you get some short sleeves and some tattoos, and Party Boy Vinny still looks like Vinny, right? But actual Party Boy, or is it a completely different face as well?
It's close, but it's not the same.
Not
the
exact-
same
Okay,
right now.
I gotcha. Yeah. Morteza, are you going to disguise yourself?
Well, here's the thing: is I don't have that spell prepared. But if I knew we were going out and doing this, I would have it prepared.
I mean,
So
I don't know what you knew last night about what you were doing for this.
yeah, so I don't think I would know. So I'm just like
so you're like,
not have. So I don't have it prepared. Is what I'm saying.
yeah.
Vinny's like shoulders kind of slouch, like, "Oh, we're not doing the disguise party."
Well, that
Okay.
is the problem with improv, Vinny.
What are you using your spells for?
I'm saving them. I have cracked the code of life itself last night, Vinny. I can't be using my limited resources to make myself look like Party Boy Morteza.
Party boy Mortez. Okay. And then who else with us? Saros will also disguise himself. And I guess I will ask.
After you turn back to look at Ricky after transforming your argument with Saros, and you see a nondescript human male
See, that's
sat
how it's
next
done.
to you with a black owl on his shoulder. Grr, we disguised ourselves.
Oh. Well done. Well done. Now that we're here, I suppose, what do you suggest? I mean, looks like a dock to me.
I will say Saros. So I cannot disguise Morteza, but I could make him invisible.
Yeah, that's
Good enough.
doable.
All right,
Invisible Morteza.
come here, my friend. Yeah. Puts his hands on you. You got him.
Abracadabra.
And Vinny is invisible. I'm sorry, Morteza, you are invisible.
Yeah. All right.
Actually, we'll say he cast it from the lyre, not a spell. So he strums a few times, and like the music flows off his fingers as he kind of waves after the last note towards you, and you disappear.
Does he have to make a wisdom saving throw for that one, or
No, because it is not a 4th level spell.
Ah, right.
All right, what do you want to do? You are disguised and invisible for an hour.
All right,
The
Vinny, this
Balder
is your
Docks.
show.
I'm asking Lucci what he thinks we should do. What he thinks we should keep an eye out for.
Cool. Well, I can go talk to some urchin boys and see what they might have spotted. You know, the poor and the downtrodden tend to spot these things pretty well. A lot of conversations happen around them that people don't expect. While I'm doing that, you could talk to the dock masters or just check it out yourself.
Sounds like a plan. Let's check it out.
What's this ship look like again? Does it have a name?
Ah, shit. Rockgut knew the name. Rockgut told me the name, though. But I forgot.
No.
Oh.
Which name?
The name of Silky's family's boat.
Ah, shit. I gotta check my notes.
You casting sending here, bud, or you just speaking to the rocket that's...
Well, I thought that he had told us already, and
I don't remember him saying it.
Okay, well then in that case I will. Oh shit! I thought he told us. Give me a moment here.
The name of the boat.
Make an intelligence check.
For me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't remember.
But
This
Rocket does.
is embarrassing. Let me hold on here. So I'll like go off to the corner and be like, Rocket, we're at the dock, but I forgot the name of the boat. What's the name of the boat? Over.
Spinning around on my horse as I'm deftly maneuvering around. What the fuck? Oh shit! This is the thing, right? Sorry, I forgot you could do that. The name of the boat.
Wait, hang on,
so-
slow down there. Sorry, this is the thing. Sorry, I forgot you can't do
No.
that. The name of the boat
That Silky's family's on.
Silky's family is on.
Is
What I learned in boating school is
Ulfira.
He barely got that out with the 25th word.
Oh wow, nice.
Tailored perfectly. Concise, to the point.
Fira.
Elfira.
Yeah. Classic NPR fan over here. Alfira
Is that-
Eisenberg.
Ophira Eisenberg, host of the morning game show, The Rhymes or whatever.
That's the one.
Yeah. Good content. Good content.
All right. You're able to relay the name now to Lucci, who leaves to dropping the disguise. By the way, as he approaches some urchins. Actually, no, he would stay in the disguise after you requested, and everyone disguise themselves. But he'll go and start talking to some urchins who seem. You only out of the corner of your eye you see him start the conversation as you start to walk away. They seem really weirded out that the bird is the one doing the talking.
Understandable.
What are you all doing while he gathers some information on your behalf?
I listen invisibly.
Oh, you're just
Yeah, I
listening?
don't-
You're following Lucci Morteza?
No, I was following Vinny.
Oh, okay.
I guess.
I don't really know what I would say to the Dockmaster, honestly, so it might just be better just to look around and see what catches our eye, you know. I worry about giving more away than we want to. So,
Okay. You begin to
I
walk.
would just-
shrug
You begin to
invisibly.
walk up and around. You can begin to walk up and down these docks and make perception checks as you go, just to see what you can spot. I'll take 2 perception checks, one from whoever wants to, basically.
I'll do one here.
Okay.
Mortez!
Nothing.
My eyes are invisible.
There's a
No
lot.
light can pass through them.
There's a lot of work going on these docks. A lot of people, and it's a bright day now. Storm is cleared. Morteza, you're struggling because you're trying to shield your eyes to see, like, against the glare, and it doesn't seem to be doing anything for some reason. Holding up your invisible hand is not helping you block the sun at all, and you're squinting very hard and not really able to make out anything too far away. Vinny, walking up and down the docks, you're not seeing any signs of the ship. You do see, like, pretty far off in the distance what seems to be maybe some work going on. You see, like, a lot of wood being hauled around to and from. It's hard to say.
Can we go investigate that further?
Okay. You walk about 5 minutes further down the dock. You can see it looks to be a repair crew working on some ships. The ship that they're working on is not the Ophira. But looks like, based on what you're seeing, this is sort of the general spot to get ship repairs done, or for this harbor at least.
Do I see either of the 2 boats that were mentioned in the overhearing that I...
You do not. No, you don't see anything that... Hey,
Hey, Monty!
Light bulbs, light bulbs.
Oh, thanks.
It's smoky in here. Are you smoking?
Ooh.
I did it once.
No!
Yeah. I'll stop. I'll turn it off.
Oh, no.
Nothing's getting past Monty.
God damn it.
It's smoky in here. It's smoky in here.
We're gonna have a compilation of this stuff.
Peace, love.
Anywho, you don't see either of the ships, no.
Oh, okay. It's too smoky on the dock. I can't see too far.
The mist is thick.
What's happening? This
Yeah.
mist rolling in. I
Yeah,
can't
It's
see.
crazy, that early morning mist on the docks. It's getting in your eyes. You
Go
do,
back
you
and
do see
find
you do see a workman's crew that seems to be focused on doing some general ship repairs. Yeah, but you don't see either of the ships that you heard rumors about yet.
Should we go back and find Lucci? I say to myself, I guess. With Morteza. I assume this is close to me.
I don't know. He doesn't seem to be paying attention either.
Sorry,
I don't
got a
know. I
text
can't
message.
tell. I'm like, Morteza,
I got
are
a
you-
text message from my daily text message from Austin asking me Tide. What,
Sophie's,
don't hear
Sophie's in there.
Morteza.
Sophie's in there behind you, Chris. If you can't hear her.
what's up?
Oh, no.
So many visitors.
You're what?
Chaos.
Oh, God. What?
Whatever you want. Now what was the third question I was asked in the span?
I
of
don't
a
see
second?
Morteza, so I start like freaking out a little and start like putting my hands out to try to like see if he's here. But
Okay, so
I
you
don't
begin to
know.
flail around on the docks.
yeah,
You're drawing a few weird eyes as people
Yeah.
like walk by and see this party boy dressed up.
Vinny, cool it.
This man has
Just-
had too much. You hear some. This man has had too much to drink. He is going to fall into those docks, and I am not going to help him.
he's going to hurt himself. Oh wait,
Morteza, are you gonna respond to him? Like he asked you some questions.
Vinny, I'm here. Yes, I'm.
oh okay.
I was playing a practical joke.
Well, it worked, I guess. But we need to go back and find Lucci. I didn't see anything. Did you?
No, I didn't see nothing.
Okay. Mission accomplished. Come on, Lucci. What's Lucci doing?
So as you make your way back over there, you see him talking to a different group of younger boys, and he turns, seeing you come up. Grr. Hey, these guys said that they saw a ship with that name getting repairs done yesterday. Grr. A workman's crew might know where it's docked. Grr.
Perfect.
At least somebody saw something.
Perfect. Do we need to talk to them, or are they here, or are they?
There, you just walked away from them.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Alright. So you turn back around on the docks to head back over there. Looks to be just general repairmen working on the ship to get it ready to go. A ship. Not the ship you're looking for, but a ship. Fairly well-muscled men, looks like sailors, looks like people that are used to some long work on the ships. You do see a large Goliath, completely bald, tattoos covering his arms, and one that extends up on the backside of his skull that seems to be directing affairs. He seems pretty focused on directing his crew for the work done, speaking in an authoritative voice about what they need to be doing with the main mast. Or you could go
Okay.
about.
I will approach, and I will have a like a huffy kind of like I'm in a hurry and like a little peeved tone to myself, and I'll approach, and I'll be like, "Hello, workmen. I'm looking for the crew of the Elvira. Any chance you've seen them?" And I'll hand them 5 gold.
You know it's Ophelia, right? Or you're doing that on purpose?
Wait.
Can't say I've heard of the Elvira.
Wait.
It was a joke.
I thought it was.
Connor,
the Elvira?
Connor whispering you saying, what's the name of the ship again? And I respond, the Elvira Heisenberg. I was like,
I thought the Heisenberg was a joke. It's the Ophelia? I'm sorry.
It's the
I was
Ephira.
Alfira.
Ephira.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah, that one.
Ephira.
All Vinny NPC interactions are gold.
Well,
I give him 5 gold, and I'm.
5 gold.
Yeah. Oh, I worked on it. Yeah, we saw that ship not long ago.
Where is
Did
it?
little
There's someone-
repairs. There was some weird holes in the back of it. You don't normally see that kind of damage. Don't really know how they got it. It looked like it backed up into some rocks or something.
Mm. It's still here?
No. Once we wrapped up those repairs, it went back over to they got it in one of the warehouses over there. If you grease my palm a little more, probably tell you which one.
I'll give him 5 more gold, I guess.
Five more gold.
And I'll say, look, I'm just...
Just now jingling adds it all to his purse as you're speaking. What are you saying?
I'm just looking for a member of the crew. We got a little personal business to settle. If I find the boat, I find him. Where's the warehouse?
Right. Well, I don't know if their crew is going to be on it. We just had to take it back into that warehouse over there at points. It is owned by the Viscount, though, so I'd be careful. Don't know who's on that boat, but probably somebody important, I guess.
The Viscount owns the warehouse?
Well, yeah. These docks are technically his jurisdiction, but that specifically is one of his private harbor buildings.
Oh. I try not to let that, show at all. Well, thank you. You've honestly been more than helpful.
Yeah,
How
John-
bad did it look? It was
not-
saleable.
Yeah. No, it's nothing too bad. It's just some superficial repairs, nothing urgent.
Okay.
I'll tell you, there's a warship I hear in another one of these somewhere, and I was told it was roughed up pretty bad. I bet we'll be working on that soon. But
Sounds like quite the job. Who did you
Yeah.
speak to for the repairs?
just Dockmaster told me to get it done.
Oh, okay. You didn't see anybody on the crew yourself.
No. I don't know if they would have gone if it's the important person you're looking for or something like that. I don't know, but I'm sure you can find a sailor or two in a tavern nearby. I'm not really sure what they'd get up to.
Probably nothing good.
You could leave.
All right.
You could also leave a note for, if the guards will let you in there. Which, make a perception check as he kind of leans around you. Well, what do you know? There's actually no guards at the door today. It's probably just locked up. I don't know. I can get the dockmaster for you. Since you've been so kind. He says, putting his coin purse away.
You've been more than helpful. Thank you. And I will.
Let me know if you need anything else.
What was your name again?
Why you do
I
this?
got nothing.
I just want to know his name so I can talk to
you're,
him.
Yeah, that's very fair.
Billy Joe.
You can call me.
Then he just
I'm gonna say.
Anticipation,
Nate. My name's Tren.
Trin.
Yeah.
Okay. Pleasure to meet you. Name's Sherwood, and then I'll run away. I don't know why.
All the best, Sherwood.
And as I'm running away, I realize that I've just given away 10 gold, and I'm immediately horrified by what I've
Penny,
done.
that is like his yearly salary. I thought you were an accountant or something.
Who would have told you that?
What?
An accountant? What is that?
I don't know. You count all our money. Are you? I don't think you're qualified, my friend.
I don't know. It's the disguise, I think. It makes me a different person. I don't know. But did you hear what he said though? I assume you were like right behind me. Just
Oh no, I heard. It sounds like our boat.
it's right there. There's no guards or anything.
Hard to believe after all this time. It's just been here with no guards. In fact, it's a little too convenient, don't you think?
Morteza,
You
you're
think
you're
so?
fitting to get some psychic damage from the sky if you keep up that train of thought.
Wait, why?
No, I'm not just. You hit me with the convenient that the boat's right here.
No, that it's unguarded.
Ah, yes, that is strange.
And people know that we want in, you know? It seems like they would want to guard it.
I mean, who would it be though? It would be the Viscount's guards, I guess, right? Not the. Since it's his warehouse, I would assume. But
This whole thing
Right.
seems suspicious. The Viscount and the Graces and all this nonsense. Maybe we are right to get rid of them.
I mean, I certainly haven't seen much from him that has said bold leadership, right? But I'm going. Should we do something now, or should we just wait? I don't know.
Probably. Well, how long am I invisible for?
We have an hour.
You got another like.
It should probably be
you
me.
got another 30 minutes left on it.
If you're invisible, I mean, you could just
No, I know.
get closer, you know.
But how will we communicate to each other?
You have the feather, right?
That
Is the feather not-
communicates not to you.
No,
That
you could
communicates-
communicate to her, and she would communicate to me.
Okay.
If necessary.
Alright, I will go invisibly forth.
Okay.
I will give you blessing of the trickster.
I will need all the blessings.
I will also give you pass without a trace as well.
Mm.
You have both.
And I'm invisible. There's no way this can go wrong.
Pulling out the big guns here, okay?
All right, so you're able to walk over to the warehouse, moving carefully so as not to get bumped into or jostle anyone. Make a. What do you think that is? Stealth, acrobatics. I'm gonna say acrobatics. Check.
You're cheating.
Whatever's-
You're cheating.
Whatever Mortiz is worst at.
This isn't really stealth to not get spotted. This is just to see if I get to have some dock worker like accidentally collide into someone invisible and be confused.
Wow.
Morteza is
Ooh.
like nimbly. You can't see any of this, Vinny, but Morteza is very nimbly ducking under like wooden beams that are getting brought through the service group. Morteza's in his own little world. He's like dun 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 dun. Literally just walking over to this warehouse in broad daylight. As you get there, Morteza, you can see that it is open towards the harbor. Allowing ships to enter. The doors don't have anyone nearby. You see some guard patrols walking up and down the docks just in general. Don't really notice anything too much going on. There's no windows that you can see. You want to try the door?
Yes.
Okay. Give it a light rattle to see if it'll open. It is locked.
Haha, luckily I have prepared for this. I may not have disguised Vinny, but I have this.
Okay.
It's loud though, you know that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm invisible.
Okay, Morteza. So you're able to. It's a loud bolt, and you can see inside, and it looks like there's only one ship in there. From this distance, you're not 100% if it's the ship that you want or not. Do you want to enter this warehouse?
Yes.
Okay. As you begin to walk in, you immediately see two men approaching you. They
Oh, you're approaching me?
look to be holding long glaives. Can you see this map or no?
Yeah, I can.
So couldn't find quite the perfect map. Bear with me on the top of this warehouse being essentially where you're coming from, with this being a door, not just straight onto the street. You see them walking over to this door, which is just open after making this noise. Do you want to slip into the warehouse?
Yes.
Okay. You're able to walk in, make a stealth check now as they seem to be walking towards the door with purpose.
And it's pass without trace is advantage on stealth checks, right?
You have a straight roll.
That's how it traces plus 10, and then you have advantage
Plus
on
10.
stealth checks.
Well,
And then what's blessing? That's +4.
the blessing of the trickster is the one that gives you advantage.
Yes.
You don't have bless.
No.
You have pass without trace and blessing of the trickster, which I think just takes it up to a straight roll because you're wearing your armor, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you get a 29 on stealth as you slip right in, and you can, if you so choose, slip around them to go further in.
Yes.
Okay, so you begin to go further in to the warehouse, and you see, as you get to the corner, you do see the evil Eberonian woman that is pretty much responsible for Silky's family, as well as having assaulted Warden. Seems to be inspecting the ship, reading something in her hand. You are unnoticed. From behind you, you can see that the two men who are like glancing back at it as you keep going seem to be like looking out onto the street. Both were wielding fairly large glaives, and you recognize that the uniform is of nothing like any of the guard that you've seen in Kirkwall. And they turn back in, seem to be looking around the hallway with an odd glance, and you hear the door as I shut the door behind them.
Unlock it.
They haven't locked it yet, but you're inside with them right now, invisible.
Right. No, I'm not inside with them. They're inside here with me.
There you go.
Are her hands always like apart? Like so
Come
she's
at me.
about to- Yeah, she's
Even when
always
she's reading.
in
Yeah.
that perpetual.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's always ready to throw down.
All right.
What a conundrum, man. So I assume I'm somewhere, like here.
You want me to bring your token in?
That'd be a little easier.
Sure. Let me grab it.
Shit.
Wait, where is he?
Right here.
I see the green.
Oh,
You
okay.
can move,
Got
you
it,
can
got
move
it.
to where you want to be.
Okay. Well, I want to. Ah, crap. Wrong tool.
The question
My
is,
goal-
does Morteza have sending?
No, I don't. That's why I have to talk through Eliza. Oh, there's even more people.
Looks to be
I-
a man
I-
in the same uniform, same
Yeah.
weapons as the two that have now locked the door as you proceed further into the hallway.
How am I good on? How am I on time?
Oh, you're fine. You got like 15 minutes left.
Okay.
Make another stealth check as you continue to proceed forward.
Yeah. My goal is to get to there.
Okay, so make a stealth check. You can get to there, no problem. So as you move carefully, you trip a little bit of the. No, put your hand over your mouth. You do see her like glance up from her paper, but she just seems to be like glaring at the two men coming from behind who are like, I didn't do that.
Dude, what? That's I rolled 3 times today, and 2 have been nat ones.
Yeah,
What?
unfortunate.
Why does roll 20 hate me?
That's unfortunate.
Curse.
Okay.
My goal is to get to here now.
As you continue forward, you hear one of the. Hey, what was that sound? What was going on over there? I don't know. Door was open. It was the weirdest thing.
I'm hoping to use that time that they're talking to each other to try to get in here.
Okay. So you want to enter the other closed room.
Is it locked?
Make a perception check. as you get to the second door. Okay. It doesn't seem to be locked, but it's a closed door.
Oh my God.
What you doing? You gonna open it?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my
Make
God.
another stealth check.
See, Warden.
What?
Try to-
What is wrong with roll
He's
20?
like a 13 still, but still. Ugh.
That's
You,
so
you
bad.
begin opening the door. You turn it so slowly. Perfect. You got nothing, and you start pulling. You're like glancing over to make sure they don't notice. The guards seem to be involved in their discussion, and she's reading something, and you get it like partially open or something. And you're like, it's painfully obvious that everyone just heard that. And you're like, as you open it a little further. Doors
I don't
open.
think it's
Doors
haunted.
open. Every single one of them just heard that. Unfortunately, or at least they probably have noticed that the door opened. What are you doing?
I move away from the door.
Okay, where are you going?
Down this here.
Down
A
that hallway?
distraction.
Okay, all right. You
It
move.
was all a ruse.
You do as you begin to carry on. You do hear the two men running down as a woman like steps forward. You caught a glimpse in there, and it seemed to be like a planning room, potentially an office for someone that actually works at these docks normally. You didn't see
Right.
anyone in there. As one of the guards charges into the room, and the others, I'll say two of the guards charge into the room, while one of them is at the door. The woman, now having stopped what she was reading, has looked up. What is happening here?
I gotta go this way.
I think we've got an intruder, mistress. Make another stealth check. Can't wait for you to roll.
I mean, it's not like it can get
Over a
worse at this
5.
point.
18.
Let's go.
Hey,
What is going on?
18's not
Pretty
bad.
good.
You're able to tiptoe down. Fucking find him. Find
Or
her.
her.
Find the intruder. Find them. Find them.
They don't call him single-digit Morteza for nothing.
And you can see that all of the guards seem to not be actively looking about the area. One of them is checking around outside, while the other two seem to be checking the room. The woman is just standing there with papers folded up. Hurry up now. Just glad we were able to get everyone else out of this fucking dock. Tired of having to have kept it all cooped up. That's all. That's what you heard. You are now
Yep.
at another locked door that likely leads out of the warehouse.
You know what I'm going to do.
So I will say that you're now on the other side. You can see that there's just some chains around the door, so you could try to like pull them off, or you could unlock it real quick and just fucking go. It's your decision.
I cast fireball. No, just kidding. I'll try to do it manually. I'll deign to do it.
Okay, make a stealth check and a.
Sleight of
This is
hand.
to do it quietly. It's either sleight of hand or it's sleight of hand. Okay. Okay. You're being very quiet. You're being incredibly careful to make sure the chains don't get rattled, and you're able to ever so slowly pull them off one by one and get the lock undone. Place them gently on the ground, and you can see the man like looking around the area over to your like well below you. Doesn't seem to be looking up the hallway right now, and you've got the chains off the door.
I go out
Morteza's
the
not
door.
gonna die today.
Pushes the door open. Time to go. Walk out.
I came a little close.
All right, you're out of the warehouse. Congratulations.
All right, I get out my feather. Hey, Eliza. Eliza, the slaves are no longer in the ship. Tell Vinny.
All right. Why? Yeah, that's fine. Hi, Vinny. Love.
Hello? Hi.
Hey, your your weird friend says the slaves aren't on the ship anymore.
Oh, he's okay. Okay, good.
Morteza, you hear her talking. When she's
Yeah,
talking,
I
when she's
figured I
talking, you,
did.
when she's talking, you both hear.
Can I hear Chris? It's like he's holding two like old phones like up to
You
each
can't
other.
hear Morteza, but you can
Oh,
both
okay.
hear. Morteza
Yeah, it
just-
doesn't work that way.
Yeah, Morteza just hears. You both hear Eliza.
Oh,
Eliza, you know I can hear this.
Yeah, no.
What do you know?
I'm glad I went to the fucking circus instead of whatever your trip's been.
It's a zoo, ma'am.
Doing serious work to free the.
Yeah. I'm sorry I'm too busy working over here.
Right.
Tell him to come find us back by the docks.
Find him by the docks.
I mean, the docks are pretty big, Eliza.
I
Where does he say he's at?
I am tempted to take this coat off and not listen to any of you anymore. Vinny, he wants to know where you're on the docks.
We haven't moved. Me and Luke
Same
are
spot.
we're just playing that like.
So
Like
they
that
haven't.
finger
They said they
game
haven't.
where
They
it's
haven't
like
moved.
unwatched.
They're fingering each other.
No.
That sounds about right. I will be right over to stop that.
It's like Boulder Parchment Shears, but more strategic.
This is some Pirates of the Caribbean shit you've been on, Sam.
Oh, we're at the docks. It makes sense.
I guess.
Ah.
Sitting in the top of the bag.
All right, Morteza, you were able to make your way back over to find Ricky, Salros, and Vinny. I don't know what finger game he meant.
You remember like during like fire drills, you would have that game where you had each one
Okay,
one,
never mind. No,
and
I
then
do
you
know.
add it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like teaching him that game. Yeah.
The finger game.
Salros is watching enraptured.
I tried playing that with a kid recently, and they said it was boring, and that I was boring.
Well, they don't know the strategy, man.
Nowadays,
Well, it's
nowadays,
a rigged game.
nowadays, everyone has
It is.
smartphones for fire drills. Chris,
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I
yeah.
did, Dylan, with
it was
this
a
kid. I
wild west.
just gave
It was
them
wild
the
west
phone.
back then. We had to figure it out.
I gave this kid my phone, and then her parents were like, "We're trying to keep her away from technology." And I was like, "I don't know,
How's that going?
probably not well."
Yeah.
Kid's probably pretty lame then.
And she doesn't like the finger game. What a brat.
Jeez. Cut that part out of the video.
All right, Morteza, you're able to make it back over to
I did it.
Lucci and Vinny. What are y'all doing, if anything? Or are we going to cut back over to the menagerie now?
No, he's here yet because he's invisible. So we
That's
have
true.
to.
Probably good moment to cut back to the menagerie, right?
You can finish up.
Right as
Might as well.
you're
Yeah.
like you've almost beaten your game, and suddenly, boom, Morteza appears right next to you, and you lose count. Actually, make an intelligence check.
Oh no! I only had two. How do I lose track of that? I'm very dumb.
You're surprised by him appearing, and you suddenly go ha, and you get like your hands all open and your fingers go up, and Lucci's just sitting there like, "Grr, does this mean I win?"
So I suppose so. I'm glad you're alive. Honestly, what did you find? Was it empty?
Well, not empty. Our sworn enemies were in there. The magic woman, and some guards that were not in uniforms that would be typical for this place. Also, the slaves are no longer there.
You know the. Wait, how do you know that?
They said it, Vinny. They said the slaves are no longer there.
Oh, where are they?
I don't know that.
Oh. Did they catch you? Why did you leave?
Yes, they caught me. I am actually in the hold of the ship.
No.
No, they've enslaved me. They're selling me the market right now, Vinny.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Did they sense you were there? Is that why you left?
I mean, they sensed,
Or-
yes. They sensed
Okay.
that there was someone there.
Yes, don't give me sass when you got caught, okay?
I didn't get caught.
Well, then why did you leave?
Well, They knew that there was somebody there, but they did not catch anything, Vinny.
Okay, they were aware of you. Okay, whatever. But so they're not there, but the boat is there.
Yes.
Okay.
And the bad guys are there too.
You didn't see Keston.
No.
Keston?
I know who you refer to, and I did not see them.
So you saw the evil lady with her arms out, like, ugh, she's always like this, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, this is probably the place for tomorrow, I would guess, then, right?
I suppose so.
So, we did our job. For now.
Nobody can say we did not.
No, let's head back.
Morteza's so uninvested.
What?
Yeah, I did it. Alright. Okay. Y'all are
He's a
headed
very
back-
neutral person.
Y'all are headed back to the Bitcoin brothel, or do you want to go do some shopping?
Oh, yeah.
For potions and the like.
Forgot.
We're
What?
good, we're
The
good.
context is like, oh yeah, we'll infiltrate. Oh, let's go shopping. You know, what we're done here.
I didn't
I
decide
have
the
no
order.
shopping to do.
I suppose we should. I guess. Do you think Steve has potions? He said he wanted us to go back there
I'm sorry,
for,
but
for all of our goods. So let's go to Steve's. But we can walk there.
Yeah, you're actually
And
pretty
in
close.
the meantime,
In the meantime,
it
everyone's going to the circus.
is a circus. There's a tent right there.
oh my gosh, it is.
So as you come in
That's why Eliza said that.
with your war horses, Menagerie doesn't seem to have too many customers today, but it's a very colorful place. You can see man, it's kind of gruesome that they have like skinned pelts out there in this place that's also supposed to have
Zoo.
live animals. You see a
they're
lot
stuffed.
you see a lot of small and medium-sized cages. It seems like some of the bigger animals are in tents. While a lot of animals tend to be out in some of these cages. And Rockgut, you, as you all approach, hello, welcome. Come to see our menagerie.
Yeah, we got some interested folk in the animals you might have on display.
Fantastic. General admissions is just going to be $1 a person. If you want to get into any of the larger tents to see specific animals, that'll be a little bit extra. But please, come right through.
Well, I mean, what kind of animals are we talking about here?
Oh, you can go tent to tent. We have our large and exotic mammals tent over there, big cats, bears, and the like. We have the crocodile pit, if you're interested in that. There's the swamp things exhibit, which is admittedly a little bit smaller right now. Unfortunately, some of the animals are off traveling, so not the best time to come in. But still many a creature here to see for certain. You will need to pay at the tents for entrance into that specific tent. But general admission, like I said, it's just $1.
So it's $1 to get in, and then another gold to get into all the tents.
Well, $1 for all full review right here for general admission.
Oh, I see.
I guess there's
Sorry.
5. There's 5 of you, right? Yeah, it's 5.
It's me,
Warden's there as
Warden,
well. Yeah, one gold for
Vinny.
all 5 of you. The tents will be a little bit more expensive, though. Yes,
Sure, of course.
you
Well,
gotta feed the animals, right?
I understand. Here's your gold.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right.
I will look over at the group and say, I mean, if it's all right with you guys, I'd like to go to every tent, see every single animal they have. We don't have to stay long at each one. I just need to get enough of an idea of them to potentially use them in whatever might be coming up next.
Those animals sound ferocious.
Ferocious beast.
Yes, we are at the zoo. Can't you tell?
The beasts sound ferocious
The
here.
perfect sound effects. So as you sort of just are able to take a general stroll through, a lot of the initial creatures that are out here in the main area are smaller, a little bit harmless. You see actually as you get close to one of the larger tents, You see a baboon out front, which you've never seen before, Rock Gut. And you're able to
Could be
spend some time
useful.
studying it. As you're like, right this way, right this way. If you want to come
Okay,
see
okay.
our big animal tent, this baboon is just the sort of thing that you'll spot inside. You there? Interested in further admission?
This music's awesome.
I mean, yes, I most definitely am.
Alright, fantastic. It'll be a gold per head that wants to go in there. And you, goes to Warden, you look like the kind of man that wants to have a good rough tumble with an ape, yeah?
Is he a worthy foe?
Yeah, yes?
Then then I shall have at it.
Well,
Hold on, let's.
I.
Can we go over the terms of this combat?
This is meant to be
Just-
more hyperbole. Please don't actually attack our ape.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
If you have a fighting pit, I mean, he's willing to go toe to toe.
No, this isn't. This is a circus, a menagerie.
Look, I've been working with some very influential people in town, and I think what the city really needs is a fighting pit of some kind. And I
You
think
can
we
see-
could get it started right here.
You can see Warden like be visibly like sad that it's not a fighting pit.
We could,
They wanted to fight an ape.
my
Oh,
friend
you killed
Warden
an ape
here,
yesterday.
Warden will take on your strongest animal. We can charge at least a gold per person. Think about it. Think
Is he
about it.
gonna kill it?
Well, unless he gets killed, which he's not. So
Are you gonna kill
Obviously.
the animal?
Well, it would not be combat if there was not death on the line.
Yeah, no, can't do that then. It's hard enough to
Alright.
catch these things. It's Jesus, you wouldn't believe what we have to pay to get these animals brought in. But yeah, no.
think it over. We'll
All right, for certain.
we'll be around town for a little while if you change your mind.
Anyway, gold per person. You all want to head in there, or?
Well, I'm going in. Does anybody want to stay out? Save us some money. I know Vinny would appreciate it. He's pretty stingy with that.
No,
money.
I want to go inside too.
Well, I know you were coming, Vinny Jr.
Oh.
I was talking about Big Vinny.
Oh, okay.
Is Eliza not paying for us?
I was,
Yeah, she said
I was
my-
on
she said
board-
my
I was
treats.
on board for general admissions. I don't know that I'm paying for every tent here. I'll pay half the way. How's that sound?
Works great for me. Now we'll stroll on in, letting other people figure it out.
Okay.
I'll go too.
All right. As you enter, what you see in the largest tent is you do see the ape that you have been so hungrily after in the corner near the
Monkey!
front. You see
Donkey
in
Kong.
the back.
Okay.
In the
Donkey
back, you see
Kong.
this great big creature. You actually saw what seemed to be a standing version of this not long ago at the Inquisition, although it was on 2 feet and all white. This creature looks similar, with a great mane of fur, golden hide, and kind of a lazy appearance, to be honest. Not really looking too active or excited. Aside from that, I mean, I don't know. How do y'all want this to go, Rocka? Do you want me to just give you a list of animals that you're checking out here as you spend time, or?
It's up to you, unless there's something fun to do.
I wasn't planning on
besides
making
looking
the
at stuff.
menagerie a big thing. This is really just to
No.
see animals. Yeah.
You can give me a list and a tab, and I will pay it off at some point in the future.
Okay. So, you're able to spend some time in here. You can now transform into a lion. You can transform into an ape. You can transform into a giant hyena. And you can transform into a giant goat. You already
Fuck
had
yeah.
black bear. And what's another good one? A giant elk. As you continue on looking through the various tents, make a nature check.
You got any fish?
Afraid not, sir. But this is the swamp tent. If you're interested in that.
I surely am.
All right.
Lead on.
Great, enormous snake is sat right before you. As you see a giant constrictor snake, as well as
Yes.
a giant toad, which you've already seen before, unfortunately. Toad, not giant frog. A giant centipede, and a giant poisonous snake.
Hey, Vinny Jr., you want to know how many legs that one has?
Yeah,
It's
how
got-
many legs? Wait,
Yeah.
that one doesn't have any legs. He's looking at the snake.
No, that one over there.
Oh, one there?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it looks just like the other thing, but with legs. Why don't those other ones have legs?
It's, nature finds a way to be weird all the time. If you
I feel
really
like
want
I've
to know,
heard that saying before, but it sounded a little
It's pretty-
off.
I mean, it's a phrase we have where I'm from. Maybe you all have something a little different. I don't know.
Oh,
But if you want to know how many legs that thing has, you better start counting.
okay. And he starts staring us down, and he's trying to keep track. He's losing count a few times, unfortunately, as the creature is moving quite a bit.
No, you missed one.
Yeah, no, shut up. This is even worse than, this is almost as bad as the algebra. God.
Yeah, it's all right. It's got 100. I'll give you that one for free. All right, let's get out of here. This place sucks.
Okay. All right. You do
Don't have games.
you see an alligator. If you go to the water exhibit, I'll take one more nature check and I'll give you some stuff. What can you transform into again, by the way? Like what level?
It's up to a half.
Okay.
CR 1/2.
That's not the max, right?
No, I get up to 1 at 8th level.
Okay. There's a strange creature that seems to be in the saltwater exhibit as you make your way over there. And you're greeted by this against this cage. This tentacled creature leaves this big hole like size of your face. Mark on the glass is a giant octopus. Rise around in the cage. And you also see a reef shark as well. You get a reef shark, giant octopus, and crocodile. You can add.
Hell yeah.
You also have
Talk.
ape, and the lions and the tigers, which I didn't realize you couldn't transform into. I went too high on that. So let me give you one more, a little bit lower, which will be a giant badger. You saw a giant badger.
I mean, you can do those eventually. You just need to see him, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, just give me some stuff for now. Some stuff for later.
that's fine. Yeah, but I was giving you like lion and shit like that, and I didn't realize you wouldn't be able to transform into that for a while.
That's all good. So,
And the giant elk, which you'll never be able to transform into, is the real reason I gave you one more thing.
I appreciate it. So, Warden, I'm getting some thoughts here, looking at some of these animals. You know, I always try to use my animal.
One of the animals is about to break free.
I was always trying to use my animal shape the best possible way. You know, I'm not trying to step on Thunder's turf or anything, but I'm wondering if there might be an instance sometime in the future where the two of us can team up, maybe ride into battle on my back or something. If you'd be agreeable to it, we could work
That
something
would be
out.
that would be interesting to say the least. I have no qualms.
We'll practice it sometime.
You see Eliza
See.
and Silky like talking off in the corner in hushed tones.
Yeah, they like it. It's a good start. Well, I think I've done about all the research I can here. Unless you want another corn dog or something, Warden, we can head out.
I require no sustenance.
It was a joke, but thanks for playing along.
All right. Y'all are able to you summon in the war horses again.
As you see, he says it's a joke. He just blinks twice.
Warden got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, you're picking it up. I wasn't worried. Yes, I will spend another spell to summon war horses and get us back in town.
Okay, y'all are able to make it back pretty fast. Doesn't really take half the day. It really only takes like 3 hours. Thanks to reduced travel time for your whole trip. It's about lunchtime as you make it back into the city. Vinny seems ecstatic, but a little sad that y'all left so fast. He wanted to look at more animals, clearly. I still didn't count how many legs that big snake had.
We'll come back again soon, I promise.
Okay, can we bring other Vinny next time?
Oh yeah, other Vinny will definitely be making the trip.
Alright.
Yeah, that's my whole idea towards going to places like this, Vinny Jr. You always want to save something else for next time.
That's a good point. I did hear them say that some of the animals are out of town, so maybe they'll have more stuff if you come back.
That's what I'm thinking, Vinny Jr. That's why you're the smart one.
Thanks,
Hint, hint,
Rock Gut.
push.
I love Vinny Jr.'s voice. Thanks!
Alright. So, you all have made it in the city. Did y'all do any shopping, Morteza, Vinny, or do y'all not
We're
want to do
going
that now?
there.
Eliza would certainly give you a heads up, which is actually going to happen not long after Morteza appears invisibly, reappears next to you. Hey, we're on our way back into the city. Just wanted to give you a heads up. So technically your conversation with her happened after the menagerie. But yeah, she's let you know that they're close to the city, and y'all will have time to shop or tell them to come over to the docks or whatever you want to do, if anything.
We're going to head to Steve's, it's a long name. I forget the name of the store, but Steve's store. They'll know where it is. If they want to meet us there, you're more than welcome to. If not, we'll see you all back at the Bitcoin brothel.
Alright, sounds good. I'll check and see what your friends want to do. I think I'll probably head back to the brothel while I've got this fine steed.
Vinny
All
has
the
no
best.
idea what they're talking about.
You don't. But she will relay that to Warden and Silky and Rockgut. Silky, who's intent on seeing Vinny Jr. home for now. Warden, your mind is your own. You know where Steve's shop is if you want to go there. And Rockgut seems to be off in thought.
I would probably go to the Temple District.
Okay.
If we are we oh, they're shopping. Okay, yeah. I would go to the Temple
Fine.
District.
You go to the Temple District. You're veering off from the group and head towards the Temple District. Once Sam is back, I'll decide if he is going with you. You're actually really traveling with Silky and Vinny Jr. For most of the way, and only really separating near the end as you basically see them home. Meanwhile, y'all are able to head over to Steve's shop. Hello! Welcome back, friends!
Our disguises have dropped, I guess.
Yeah, big time.
Okay. All right.
My invisibility, you mean?
It's been an hour. The invisibility and the disguises have all dropped. It's midday, noon or so. 1 o'clock.
Hello. I was hoping we could trouble you for just a quick moment. We're looking for some.
Of course.
Do you sell healing potions? I know you sell
Nope.
more. No, just no. Okay. All right.
Sorry.
I thought that didn't you say that you wanted us to come here first before we bought other stuff?
I did.
Okay.
I can make many a magical item, but I am not a noblist. Sorry.
Okay. Well.
Oh, Vinny, your whole plan crumbles to ash.
If I did, though, I'd be happy to price match. But I don't, so, it's...
I believe I was confused. I was thinking it was more of a question of if you did not have it, you would obtain it for us and sell it to us at a discount. But it's only items that you know how to make.
Well,
You're
yeah,
going to-
I'm more magical item connoisseur. Potions, slightly outside the wheelhouse.
Okay, so nothing consumable. Just
I mean, I can do some consumable things. Were they magical in nature? Which, I mean, I suppose a healing potion is kind of magical in nature. Maybe I should start making those. Am I not living up to my store's name by not selling healing potions?
I mean, I'm just saying we're looking for something of a one-stop shop, right? And it would be helpful for us, to just be able to show up and say, "Hey, you have this," and you'd say, "No, but I can get it for you tomorrow."
A monopoly of sorts on anything
Yeah.
magical. You could even do deliveries, perhaps 2-day guarantees, run all the
Mhm.
other shops out of town.
I could try to get you some potions, but I don't know that I can do a discount right away, at least. I need to,
Oh, good
I
lord,
need to get
Steve.
a pipeline set up. I mean,
Well-
the initial discount that we agreed upon after your last purchase, of course, still applies.
Oh,
Okay, we will save that for next time. But in the meantime, is there a potion seller close to here?
Yeah. There's one right down the street.
All right, well,
Decent enough place.
we'll head there. But also, just wanted to drop by and say we appreciate the. I don't know exactly what you call it. The item that you gave our little gnome friend. We made
Working
good
well?
use of it.
Working well for him? Alright.
Yes,
good
it's,
to hear.
It practically saved his life last night.
Wow.
He was unarmored, and he was able to block a vicious attack, thanks to you, right?
Yeah,
Literally,
like
thanks
I
to
said,
you. Yes.
make sure that you're spreading the good name of Steve. Remember, when Steve takes a hit in the face for you, that's me taking a hit in the face for you.
Oh, you got hit
I'm
so
surprised you
hard in the
didn't.
face.
Well, I'll
Surprised
tell
you
you
didn't
what.
feel it.
I'll tell you what.
Last night.
While I've got you here, I've got a couple more things I can show you.
Oh, well, why don't you, Steve?
Of course. All right. You there? You're a magician, right? Magical
Of
man.
sorts.
I knew it. I could tell. Observe. Pulls out this long, dark black rod. You see this right here? I'm a barren ebony rod. Pretty cool, right? Do you know what this does?
No, should I?
Oh, well, so when you're focusing on your spells, and you need to think through something, right? Like you use something to help, like you got a book or something.
Hmm.
No? Oh, okay. Well.
No, yeah, I have a book, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you can focus with this thing. It helps with that, and if you do any, I'm trying to find the right way to describe this. It's necrotic damage. It'll help with that, right? It makes it hurt a little bit harder. Yeah. Wow.
I
Right?
can
Vinny, we
see-
need this.
Pretty cool.
I can see you're a creature who likes death.
I just happened to have it here in this corner. I like to bring out different things to have in the front, from down in the old warehouse, and aesthetically, I just feel like you and it are clicking, right?
How much would a thing like this cost?
I'm actually gonna need a second on that, but I will tell you.
What does it do again? I didn't quite catch.
Increases
That's
increases
1d4.
damage. Nope, I don't know about 1d4.
Oh.
Is it 1d4? I think it's just +1.
Pretty sure it's a 1d20
Oh, is this a black staff?
plus 20
I,
million.
admittedly, I just pulled it off of not D&D Beyond, but I'll look it on D&D Beyond. Hang on.
I mean, you know what they say about those big black rods.
I don't know that I do, Sam. I don't know that I do.
They deal 1 necrotic damage. Yes.
They knock people the fuck out.
Oh man, it's not priced on this. That sucks. Let's see where it is. Burn.
You hear Warden's voice in the back of your head, Vinny, that he wants the night vision goggles.
Oh. Yes, Warden. I'll ask him.
Focus. Oh, fuck you, Google.
What are you looking for?
Well, I have this fucking price chart. It's basically like another way to price certain things.
But it's
I'm
only
trying
on
to-
his phone.
I'm trying to figure out how the
Oh.
fuck much to charge for this.
What is it?
It's literally just +1 to damage for a certain spell type.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's a focus. It's a Mabaran Ebony focus.
Oh,
is what it
okay.
is.
Alright, I'm gonna pee.
Well, you know, I could part with it for 3,000.
Sheesh.
But with your discount, really only 2,800. So, pretty good.
Steve, do you have a... What's your salary, Steve? I understand.
We talked about it last time. It's mostly big one-time purchases. I don't actually move a lot of merchandise.
Right. I don't mind that it's expensive, but it is your attitude that anybody would be like, oh yeah, let me just, pay it right now.
Well, I only sell to the best. Yeah, I thought you were men of means.
What do
Maybe I
mean
was
men?
mistaken.
We're not men of
All
means.
right, well, there's no need to get like that. How about, instead of that then, pulls out a little box. It's actually a pretty big box. Looks to be pretty heavy. He's got his hands full as he pulls it out. This right here. So you put anything in this chest, and it's, it's never gonna go bad. Right? Any long trip with food, perfect. Preserves it perfectly.
Does Barry not fulfill that same... That's a question to the DM. Does Barry not do the same thing, basically?
No. It's a vacuum. It'll work well for some food. But you did see an alligator skin come out of it and look very decomposed.
It's true.
It does. It will preserve food that is meant to be traveled with, but it might not preserve like fresh meat. He's basically just showing you junk that I'm rolling, though. Like if you're not interested in buying it, you can go.
I was like, why is he showing us?
I know. Every time you walk into the store, I roll 5 things on the loot table, and I'm like, let's see what he's gonna sell him today.
I mean, the thing before was really good. He's not
was.
gonna spend all our money on
It's
it.
just expensive.
Do you have the night vision goggles still?
Sure. I think I do. Yeah, 1 second, and he runs downstairs to find them. Night vision goggles. How much were those? What's the name of those?
Goggles of night vision.
Goggles of night, I think it is. Yeah.
How did he know?
That's how D&D works. Just change the word order, and it becomes...
Pop runs back up with this like set of goggles that have a green lens on them. You see like some slight glow around the outer edge of them. Right here, yeah. These will be 1,500. You want those instead?
1,500.
Well,
Oh.
it's 1,300 with your discount.
Vinny, that sounds like a steal.
Why does that sound like a steal?
Because it's magical?
Mm-hmm. That's a good point. It is magical.
Oh,
It's got the Steve seal guarantee. Very magical.
what does that mean?
It means I made sure it was magical, and it is.
I'll be like, Warden, I'm sorry, we can't for now. But I will keep those. I mean, Unless they're flying off the shelf and you have a good deal for it, sell them, right?
Vinny, I don't think they're flying off the shelf.
But we may be back for those someday, okay?
Righto! And he pops them on right in front of you. I'll hold them for you!
It's like going to the toy store with your dad all over again. Can I have this? No. Can I have that? No.
Imagine a toy that costs as much money as you have in your entire everything you have for one toy. No.
Hey, we've made that in like a month, Vinny.
Well, let's wait to make it again, and then we'll come back.
All right, that's a Vinny promise.
See you soon! As you begin to leave,
To
you're able
the, to the
head
to
down
the potion
Yeah,
store.
you're able to head down the street to the potion store easy enough, and they offer any types of potions that you might desire.
Vinny's being very no nonsense here, like potion seller,
Yep, strongest potions, of course.
strongest potion. Well,
What do you
not
want?
just strongest, not your strongest potions,
Your
but more
mediumest potion, of course.
just your regular healing potions.
Standard
Ryan-
healing.
Can we get a discount if we buy 5 or 6 healing potions in bulk?
Oh lord.
Oh, well, make a persuasion check.
Oh.
I'm no nonsense, Vinny.
I'll
Right now.
tell you what, I will give you 6 for 270.
Done.
No nonsense, Vinny is my first favorite. Party boy Vinny, second favorite.
Alright, you have 6 healing potions that you can distribute as you like.
I'm not even going to ask him his name. We're just going to leave after getting them. It takes like 20 seconds inside the store.
Cyrus doesn't want Tevium.
Sauros doesn't.
We
get
drag him
to-
out before he has the chance to. even look
Excuse me, sir! Wait! Okay,
One for everybody, okay?
fair enough. Spread them around as you will. Rockgut. As you got back into the city, you heard that they were shopping. You can come and join them now in this area, or Silky.
You said
escorted-
270, right? Dylan?
Yep, 270. Silky escorted little Vinny back home. Eliza started heading back towards the brothel, and Warden is going to go fight someone at the Temple District.
That's how I do.
I will let Warden saunter off and do his thing. Best of luck to you. Don't get in any more trouble, I guess, than what you're already getting yourself in. You're going to do great. I'll see you later.
Thanks twice.
I will drop off Vinny Jr. with Silky. Let Silky have another night with her family if she wants, or just do Silky things. And I'll roll back with Eliza to the Provaci area and do some tinkering until
Rocket.
someone else shows up.
Rocket went straight to the brothel. Classic.
I got a little figurine to work on, all right?
All right,
It
well, make-
calms the nerves.
Make 2 tinkers.
That's what you call it?
Make 2 tinkers. Make 2 checks with your tinker's tools with intelligence. You know how to do that, Sam? So it's going to be like the left bottomish on your sheet. It'll show tools that you have proficiency with, which I believe is tinker's tools for you.
See,
Yeah, so do those, and it should ask you for a modifier to use. It's going to be intelligence.
I gotcha,
Make
I
2 of
gotcha.
those. Yeah, nice job. Wow.
another
Whoa.
one or just the one?
2 still. Yeah. This is like an ongoing like for the until your friends come back. Basically, this is what you're doing. Is what I'm assuming.
Yeah,
Right.
basically.
Yeah. Okay. So you still haven't really bought any parts, but you had last fixed the way that it was going to be able to pop out, I believe.
Yeah, this
I
is
don't know.
the.
I don't know
guess
if your
the-
I don't know if your notes include the last time you tinkered.
I've got a Jack in the Box and I've got an ugly harpy figurine, so I would have probably done the figurine.
You
because-
didn't have a full Jack in the Box yet. You had like one.
Right,
You had a
yeah.
mechanism.
Yeah,
Those are
the
the
box.
projects.
You had the
Those are the
box.
projects.
Jackbox.
Which one are you wanting to work on? You said the figurine.
The figurine, because someone's actually looking for
So
it.
the figurine is really just making it look nice. And if you want to spend both of, like basically your time just perfecting the figurine here, I'd give it to you.
Yeah.
What do you want it to look like? What are you aiming for with your creation?
I want to base it off of the logo, the actual, the symbol of the Ugly Harpy franchise.
Mm-hmm.
But I want it to be kind of like a Nutcracker idea, except the lever in the back makes the wings flap.
Oh, right. That's what you wanted.
Yeah, instead of the mouth going up and down. So maybe not as involved as the Jack in the Box.
So you're able to get the figurine set up, and it looks great. The head is huge, and you're thinking it should contain most of the mechanism within, and you're using up essentially the remainder of your like spare parts to first get the motion going, and then to carefully get it in there. Thankfully, you don't mess it up or really break it at all as you're able to get in there, and as you spend some time beginning to seal it, you test it a few times before you do, and the wings will move with a small flick of the lever on the back. And it looks pretty great. It's very lifelike to the not lifelike, but it's very likeness to the Ugly Harpy is pretty close. The feet are like curled up right below it. The body of the creature is very small in exchange for a very large ugly head and two small wings that just go.
Hell yeah. Yeah, this is going to get us in great with the owner of the franchise, whose name I forget.
Udona.
He's
Brian-
creepy.
Brian
That's all I
Udona.
know.
Yeah, Brian's going to love this one.
You haven't spoken to Brian yet. You just
No, it's all for-
No,
you're
we've
just
we've
judging
been
how he
too
looks.
repulsed by his physical presence.
We like Dodd, not Brian.
This is why I only have attractive people in my games.
Get out of here! Gross.
One ugly person and instantly he's the worst. Okay. Warden, what are you doing in the temple district?
I would go straight towards the high priest.
All right. Well,
I'd try and
you don't
find
know
him.
where he is.
Yeah, I would go back to the temple, the main church area.
Yeah. Okay.
To look for him.
You're able to head in. You can see a few clerics running about. You think you catch the eye of the High Priest of Justice, but she seems like she's in a hurry. You recognize her from the party. And make a perception check as you look around the temple.
Oh wow, not very perceptive today.
So you start to go back and look in like very near the top of this map, looking through the bookshelves. Kind of a terrible place to look for this guy based on your first encounter with him, but you know, you did see him, and you aren't asking any of the clerics just yet. As you continue to look, you're glancing down a hallway. Suddenly, a voice from behind you pops out, and you hear, "Hello? Are you searching for the High Priest of Savas?" And as you turn about, there's a woman with very pale gray skin, long black hair, and this covering over her eyes and face that seems to render her completely blind. With like, it looks kind of like this like elaborate moth. She wears black lipstick over it. Yeah,
I am.
She's a
I
good bit
was-
shorter than you, like only about 5'6" or so, maybe shorter.
Yes, I am searching for him. I had not quite an appointment, but he told me to come back.
He's not here today. What were
Where
you
is he?
hoping to ask?
Well, we had combat planned, I
Oh.
believe.
That sounds right. I do not know where he is, but I have not seen him in this cathedral today. Have you tried checking the taverns?
That was my next thought.
Good luck. Follower of Savas. Always interesting to see those. And she
And-
begins to head down the hallway into one of the library areas.
Oh, interesting. Is there anything particularly interesting about her, or she just like walks off?
I
Yeah, you
trying to
just
describe
described
something
it.
a little unsettling. She's in a long
Yeah,
black
yeah.
dress. There's not really any aura or anything that you were able to give off from her. You can make another perception check if you like.
Could I do like a history check to try and figure
Sure.
out what god she might serve?
Take a shot in the dark.
Something of death seems
Yeah, I bet.
appropriate.
So, you would know, straight up, that the god of death is named Silence. That would just be what you'd know off the top of your head. And you could certainly make a history check, but I don't think you'd really have an opportunity to identify what she might be doing. But you could ask.
Okay.
She seems to be walking through the books, which is an odd choice for someone that has no way to see them currently.
Yeah. And why? And I'll just follow her and say, why do you search these books?
Oh, I was looking for a particular title. Will you help me?
You are blindfolded. Can you read?
You can't just ask somebody if they
I
can.
am not blindfolded. I am blinded by choice. But yes, I can read.
And who is your god?
Silence.
It seems as much.
I was trained. It's a little bit unsettling for some people here, but there's a Eberonian order that helps train many of us. And they believe that deprivation of some of the senses can help you grow closer in connection to Silence, that we might better hear what he has to say.
It would seem to make you weaker, no?
I have other forms of sight. You stand out like a sun to me.
And what do you mean by that?
You radiate electricity. I can feel it. It was clear the moment you walked into the room.
And what help would I be of to you?
No help. I simply did not wish to watch you squirm. And since you followed me, I just thought you might want to grab a book or two for me. You could at least carry it. She kind of holds. She's not very big or muscled. Holds like I do have thin arms after all.
Well, I suppose I owe you for the advice to search for a tavern, so I shall help if you need it in the short term.
Perfect. And now that you offer that, she begins to start pulling a lot of books off the shelf as she keeps going forward. Books that she was just brushing her hand by, she knows, this one, I'm giving it to you. And I'll take this one as well. And make a strength check.
Yeah, technically
no
plus
problem.
one to that.
No problem is really from what?
The aura. It constant.
Oh, interesting. For checks, not saves.
Yeah, it's just checks.
Oh,
Checks and
okay.
saves.
Yeah. You are able to carry quite a few books, and she loads you up very thoroughly before pulling you around to follow her into a private office a little bit further down. She's like, just put them here and here. Thank you so
Oh, you're
much.
right. It's saves. It's just saves. My bad.
That makes
My bad.
sense.
Yeah. Anyway.
More combat.
Okay, I
oriented.
dropped a book.
All right.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Careful where you walk, little lightning lord. Good
That
luck.
is.
Good luck finding him. It can be difficult enough for us to find him, even for meetings.
Silence as unsettling as ever, and as I walk off and go to the tavern I knew I went to with him last time.
All right. You don't know because she doesn't respond, but if she's really depriving herself of one of her senses to help her hearing, how far away were you saying that?
Oh no! I would say that to her face as I was walking away.
Then you'll hear a chuckle as you leave her office. And yeah, you're able to head back to the tavern. You still don't see him. Sorry.
I'll
you can certainly
ask
ask the barkeep after him, though.
Yeah, I'll ask the barkeep and describe him and say, "There's The High Priest of
Ah,
Savas. And
say no more. I know who you're talking about.
where is he?
I don't know. I haven't seen him in a bit. Probably will be in here in a day or two, though. It never takes too long to come back for a drink. If you want my bet, I guess he's off carousing in one of those You heard about these? These underground fighting pits run by
No.
those gangsters that own the brothel other side of town.
And the menagerie.
The
How-
Profashis don't own the menagerie, otherwise it would have been free.
Yeah. Then, can you give me directions? This sounds
Can I give you directions?
interesting.
Can I give you directions to a secret underground fighting pit
Well.
that's illegal in this city?
Now that you say that, it seems like an unreasonable request as I
Well,
pull out.
maybe if you grease my palm a little.
Yeah, I pull out like let's say, how much gold do I have on hand? I have 6. I'll pull out 3 and give it to him.
Thank you. But it's been so long since I last was at one.
You need 5 gold.
Lord.
You need 5 gold. That's the minimum.
You just see Warden starts to glower and say, "Do you test my patience?"
Hey, well, you've tested mine. Come in here and you're not ordering anything. Make an intimidation check, though.
Oh, not very.
Oh no.
Come in here, wasting my time. Can't even drink. Can you drink?
Oh my god, he's getting racist on him.
Oh, no.
Can you drink? I mean, I didn't mean to. It was...
Well, I can, but I choose not to. I take out two more gold and sigh and
Those are
slam
my
it on the
least type.
table.
Those are my least favorite type of patrons. You
Take
two
your
more
coin,
take 2 more
bartender.
gold, and he pulls them across the counter. Thank you very much. What did you want to drink then?
Whatever will give me the information.
Oh. I've never been to one. I don't know where it is. Thank you for the money.
Oh my god.
Kill him! Kill the.
Well, there's a orc sitting about like 3 seats down from you. Pretty big beef guy. He got you. He got you good. Sorry, I don't really deal in anything illegal. Probably wouldn't want any guards to hear that you're looking for an underground fighting pit, though. Thank you so much for the cash. And he starts to walk away from you.
Is Andy threatening him?
I
Make an attack
glower at the
roll.
orc and say, "Do you know where the fighting pit is?"
No, but I heard about this one guy that came out of those pits. Huge, like an ogre. They called him the Spine Snapper. Yeah. If you met that guy, I bet he knows.
Is he around?
The orc is gonna joke. Hold out his palm. He's clearly not being serious or expecting you to give him money. I don't know. His name was Bro something.
Everyone in these taverns are useless as I just leave.
All right. So what you did here, Warden, was
Yeah.
that the underground fighting pits are owned by.
The Profachis.
Yeah, he didn't.
Probably.
He didn't say that.
He didn't
but
say that.
He said it was owned by some gangsters that own a brothel. So
Yeah.
realistically, I can't believe you just paid someone 5 gold for directions when you're working
Warden
for the
is not
family.
very book smart.
Fair enough.
Or street smart, rather. He relies heavily on Vinny.
Vinny would have told Vinny if he had been the one to pay him. I just know it.
5 gold's 5 gold, man.
All right, so
Who's good?
unfortunately you were not able to find him today.
Yeah.
Were you gonna fight him tonight if you could, like right before a big fight with
Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
Yeah,
For
brother.
sure.
Okay.
Warden is just like that.
We have
Do you
healing
even
spells
know
for him.
Warden?
Yeah, you're right. I didn't. That's my bad. I didn't have because I was planning for that to be an underground fighting or anything.
No, no,
I'm not
you're
prepared
good,
for it
dude.
yet, but I'll have it. Next,
That makes
I'll
more
have it.
sense.
I'll have it next time. For sure. So y'all were able to find the boat, but have not regrouped or done anything with that information. What are y'all doing? I mean,
I'm working on my figurine.
I know what you're doing. Do y'all want to regroup at the brothel?
Yeah, I would go back. I
Okay.
would go back to the brothel.
I was gonna do something before the fight tomorrow because it's
Okay.
possible. fight
Yeah.
tomorrow.
You just bought your potions, and what are you doing?
I'm gonna. Who's with me? Is it Morteza?
Saros, and Morteza.
I'm gonna tell Salros and Morteza that I'm going to go buy one more quick thing here, real quick, but I'll meet you all back at the tavern. Okay?
2 quicks. That means must be happening really fast. All right.
Yes.
You need backup. You good?
No. I'm sorry that we had to do the potion buying so quick. I was just frustrated. You know, we
No. There's no problems here. I didn't want to get into anything serious. Yeah. Morty and I will carry on.
They did keep you from buying any potions of Tavium, unfortunately. Just held
We were
potions
in
this
and out.
time.
Damn it.
Speed run potion selling. Yeah, and I'm gonna do a speed run. So I heard from breakfast Rock Gut talking about ways to like bring people back from the dead. I didn't really understand it, but it seemed that something that would be of interest to me. So I'm going to go to where I think there might be clerics and try to find a cleric and ask them about how that might work really
Okay.
fast.
So you're walking towards the temple district,
Might happen to run into Warden.
where
accidentally.
you see a very disheveled, unhappy warden come out of the tavern, fuming to himself, and start to head towards the brothel district, or the district with the Bitcoin brothel. You gonna stop him and pull him back into the temple with you, or let him be on his way?
I'm going to hide from him and not let him see
Make
me.
a stealth check.
Where did my thing go here?
Warden, with your passive perception, you see Vinny, who you just were thinking of as someone that would have been able to help you convince that tavern owner, duck behind a barrel. He's doing a very poor job of it. He's not even going down the alley that's right next to it. And a couple people are like pointing at him as they walk down the street, going the opposite direction from you.
Should have taken off my armor.
I would definitely go up to him.
Go! Hey!
It just lifts the barrel up.
I would
Hello.
just, I'd be like riding thunder towards him, just like making, just being kind of obtuse about it.
Oh, hi. What are you doing over here?
Well, I was looking for the priest of Savas. And
Any
you,
luck?
Vinny? No, I could not find him. I need to figure out where the underground fighting ring is. Why are
Sounds
you
kinda-
here?
Well, as you know, well, maybe Raka might not know, but I am a cleric. Yes, technically speaking, yes, I know some people may not believe it, but yes, and I was hoping to, pick the brain of a cleric real quick. I had a question about clerical matters, right?
Do you wish company?
No. I was thinking I'm gonna start walking. I will see you back at the Bitcoin brothel.
Warden's kind of taken aback by how decisive Vinny is being for once, and
I guess y'all will be more
Just-
over here, by the way.
wanders off.
All right, fair enough. Okay, Vinny. Yeah, you can see what seems to be a few people that are clerics, likely, in the area. And there's a huge cathedral towering before you that I don't know that you've seen yet. Have you been to this district?
I have not. No. It's all very
It's
new.
pretty impressive. Very nice. Biggest cathedral you've ever seen. And you can see what seems to be a few clerics moving about.
I want to find a guy who would be like it'd be least obvious that I'm disturbing him. Like not somebody who looks busy to someone who just kind of looks approachable and not busy.
Make a perception check.
Music makes me feel very
Yeah,
intimidated.
the music with the warden
I
Vinny
am a
conversation.
slave. I am a
intense.
slave to God. Is the name.
Sorry,
Of
it's
Jesus
just in the
Christ.
city playlist. All right, blame Will Sabino for that one.
All right.
Perception.
Yeah, perception.
I should have taken off my armor.
I don't think getting naked in the street would have helped.
I would have put on my nice outfit.
That'd be a separate stealth. Either way, that's a separate stealth
That'd be-
disadvantage application.
All that armor gives him disadvantage on perception checks.
There's no way to escape.
Fuck.
Okay, so there's a good number of people that seem to be priests, and you see signs of you recognize some of the symbols as signs of preservation and cultivation. Gods more so associated with the harvest that tend to be quite well loved and accepted in society. And you think that one of those might be good to ask. They don't look to be like they're very high up on the totem pole, so they may not know how to do it themselves. But you think they might hopefully know
That's fine.
what you want to ask at least, which is
Fine. I will approach them and be like, "Hello, fellow cleric. Though I may not look it, I'm Vinny. I'm also a cleric. I was hoping I could pick your brain really quick about certain powers that you may have. Can I ask you a question real quick?
of course, we're always happy to help. What can I do for you?
So you can kind of, I guess you can tell from the fact that I'm armored, I'm something of a traveling warrior, fighter, cleric, right? We're often in the heat of battle, right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what you look like.
Yeah, right. And well, I'm still
A
relative.
warrior of God for certain.
I am a slave to God, yes, but I am.
Whoa.
Yeah. But again, like I said, relatively new to the whole thing. I've not, by all means, stretched my powers to what they could be. But we, unfortunately, were on a task a couple of days ago, and there was a man who we lost. He died before I could heal him, and it really tore me up inside. And
I don't blame
I've
you.
heard-
Brent. I do not blame you.
I've heard some people talking about ways that it's possible to bring people back from the dead once they are.
Oh, you're interested in resurrection
There.
services? We do offer some of those.
How does
You
one-
need to get a more powerful priest or cleric to agree to come and help you with their services.
Oh no!
You'll need to
I'm
pay
not
for
asking.
you'll need to pay for materials, I guess, and
I'm not asking for you to do it for me. I was just asking simply how might one go about the process of doing that if one was curious to do so. You said
Oh.
some materials, right?
well, yeah, well, you're doing a ritual
Yeah.
with your god. Who is your god?
You wouldn't have heard of them.
So indie.
What does that mean? All right,
They go to another school.
So you do a
It's town over.
ritual
He's not from
where
around
you
here.
call upon your god's favor and you're seeking to bridge the realm and pull the spirit back. So when you die, you go into the ethereal realm, and if you're a lingering spirit with some regrets or something, you'll tend to be in the border ethereal. That's where it's easiest to call you back from. But if you're happy, you're going to go very deep into the ethereal. And if you go real deep into the ethereal, then you're gonna go to see some like gods of death, and the Raven Queen. Actually, that's where she is overseeing all
heard of
souls. Yeah, and she
Yeah.
she sorts them, right, and she decides where you're gonna go afterwards. If you're gonna go to heaven, or one of the hells, or somewhere else. Ideally, you're gonna get called to whatever god you worship. Which I still haven't heard, but yeah, you don't, right. I wouldn't have heard of him. You said, right.
Right. Not from around here.
So yeah, you
I say with the
you need to
same
call,
accent.
you need to call upon the favor of your god, and offer, it's normally diamonds or diamond dust, to help bridge this gap, and pull the soul back, as long as they're willing. They do have to be willing.
Does it matter how much diamonds or how many diamonds?
Yeah, well, if it's been dead, depending on how long it's been dead for, you need more expensive diamonds. You're likely going to have to spend more because you need more purity, or just more quantity. But for the most part, it's fine. I will say though that you should be very careful. You don't want to have this be something that you do regularly. Souls tend to fray over time if they. It's not a very pleasant experience for the soul to die and then come back and then die again, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So, but it's like
Okay.
that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
The little.
So happy to help.
It's a nice little tutorial that you have there. Thank you.
Well,
A walkthrough.
I'll be back. Thank you for making me feel very, very welcome here.
anytime.
I usually don't.
I'm a font of
That's true.
information. I worship preservation. He's got a dwarves, but also knowledge. Not very many people worship him unless it's dwarves. And finally, his friend is like, "Shut up, you fucking nerd. Let's go to the tavern." Oh, all right. Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
So I will.
Nice meeting you.
You too, my friend. I will leave him, and I will, on the way back to the tavern, stop at a store that might sell diamonds and try to buy some for us.
To the jeweler.
Yeah, you're on the way back to the brothel. You'd be strolling through Hightown, and you're able to find a jeweler easy enough, and you can spend what you will on diamonds for however much gold's worth of it you want.
I believe it's 300, right? So I will.
Oh, it's
Say
a 300 gold
Oh.
diamond, of course.
I would like 2, actually. Quite dangerous.
Ooh. Thinking about earrings for someone, I bet.
2
He's
ears.
expecting us to die.
All right.
Gives the diamond earrings to deers. Doesn't save anyone.
Shit.
Lovely. Yes, I'll have those right out. Do you want them affixed in anything?
No, not at all.
Oh.
Just in a little baggie would be perfect.
All right, that's fine.
Do you don't want to put them in Barry? Because we might not ever get them back.
And brings over
Nobody ever gives
two
me any
diamonds worth
diamond
300
ring.
gold that are pretty small.
There's no point in negotiating for it because it has to be worth that amount, I guess. So,
Pretty much. This is just an expense for the spell.
well,
It's
thank
food
you
for
for
the soul.
being
If
so.
you persuasion the cost down, suddenly the resurrection is just not going to work.
Exactly, right. So I will hand him 600 gold. And I'll be like, well, thank you for your lifesaver. And I'll wink at him. And I'll.
Oh
God.
Oh. Well, I'm off at 3.
I'll leave.
Alright, nice. Cool. Now I know I can balance this encounter to be really hard.
I was considering that was a possibility. So
No.
So
Vinny's
now
gonna
when that-
get so mad when I raise him up as a zombie.
I already know how it was.
It's already gonna be.
I've
horrible,
already
so.
decided it was already gonna be hard. Don't worry about it. Okay. So
Whoa, who said we're gonna be fighting, man?
Yeah,
Why
we
is
can
that
find a
to
peaceful
go to comp?
solution.
yeah, you're right. I mean, they're gonna have a few other methods that you can get the slaves back. I mean,
Slaves are a dime a dozen. It's fine.
Guys, we just need to do favors for people. We'll just do the slavers a quick favor.
just
and
give
they'll
them
be like, "Here's
just
your
give them a
camp."
trade for Warden. That's who they really want.
Yikes.
Do they really want to?
Yes.
Probably.
They did. She did on the boat. She was like, "Oh, I'll take this one."
They like the horns.
They're very big fans of the horns. So you were able to make it back to the Bitcoin and brothel. Warden, you've sulked your way back there to a rock gut that's been tinkering while like some hookers have sat over nearby and being like, "Oh, I love the ugly face on this one." Checking out the
pretty good detail.
ugly harpy figurine that you've made.
Yeah, my mom would be proud of this.
Oh
one.
yeah, no wait, I didn't mean on rock gut. That'd be
Yeah.
brutal. Not what I meant.
Just tapping his face. Oh, I
Wouldn't
love
even
this.
It's a
notice.
frown. It's so perfect.
Are there any Profanci people around, Dylan? Anybody that might have some criminal knowledge?
Yeah, you could certainly find one. So, if you're just headed back to the brothel, you will see Sosk waiting in the rooms that y'all have been given to stay in, which is where I assumed y'all were going. If you're going to the main brothel area, I'd say that you could find Breeze, Anders, pretty easily as well.
I'll
Am
go
I
up
there
to,
right
And
now,
Eliza would actually also be coming back on a large brown war horse. And everyone's pretty much getting back there.
Can I go up to like Breeze or Eliza if she's back?
Mm-hmm. I'll stick them together. You can go up to them both.
Okay, cool. So I'll go up to them and just be like, sorry, just terribly sorry to bother you. Do you all know of the Band of Hawks mercenary group in this town?
The Band of the Hawk? Yeah, I know about them. They're really cool, like, heroes and stuff.
We may have a bit of a connection with one from a previous encounter. I just wanted to see where I might, if you knew, where I might be able to find them or find they have a hangout or something like that.
I don't know. Do you? But you know what? That connection, that's gonna be so perfect for the trees and stuff. Elijah's like, shut the fuck up, Breeze. What? This is why you don't get invited to those fucking meetings. Don't fucking talk about that on it. We don't know where they hang out, but we can find it. You want to talk to? Do you know who you're looking for specifically?
Looking for a fellow named Horace.
Horus, for the Band of the Hawk. Yeah. All right, we can figure that out. What are you hoping for?
I'm just going to meet him, tell him that we were able to help his mother with a situation by her home, and just to say hey, a friendly face.
Very nice. You should do that. That's quite kind of you. I will say, as stupid as Breeze was to say that in this part of the brothel, they are probably the most competent army-like mercenary band there is. I know that talk is turning the Red Iron into an army. Band of the Hawk already behaves like an army. A little bit less like outstanding individuals, more of large-scale jobs that they take on.
Okay. No, first of all, I don't even know what it was that Breeze said. I've already forgotten, so couldn't tell you.
Well, you're involved in it too, so I hope you haven't forgotten. It's everyone. It's the other people that are here that I don't want to hear it.
Right. I was more just making a point of my discretion, but yes, I do know what we're talking about. Yes.
Of course, right.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, well, I'll have that information for you, lickety split. Just you wait.
Can Warden stomp up
Yes.
to them?
Warden comes up, looking quite unhappy. Thunder is sticking his head through the door, also looking kind of sullen.
I was looking for the underground fighting ring.
Oh my
I wasted
fucking
5 gold.
God, what? This.
I'm looking for crime.
Stop it! Not.
Show me!
Not in the fucking open areas. Jesus Christ. Yeah, you go fucking find Upak or Sosk. They'll take you. Or Ricky. He loves that fucking place. He doesn't even do the books for it anymore, but he still goes down there all the time.
I look around for anyone that they mentioned.
They're not in this room.
Okay.
You just going to check the other rooms in the brothel, but
Yeah.
Okay.
Warden's pretty one-minded.
Are you going to check the rooms that like you've been in with them first, or are you just starting to open some doors?
No, I'll be like, where are they?
I don't know. Check the fucking, yeah. She gives you the location where you'll be able to find one of them, and you're able to find Sos pretty easily, which is the half orc that wears goggles over his head.
He's a pilot.
Maybe. What are you looking for?
I was told that the High Priest of Savas might be at the underground fighting ring.
Yeah,
he
loves fighting there. That would make sense.
Can I gain admittance, or can I join this fighting ring?
Yeah, sure.
Where is it?
Oh,
and how can I get in?
You want to go now?
Yeah.
Okay, there's probably going to be a fight tonight. Here, come on. I don't have this map ready, so unless I do I? No.
See?
We can do it at a different time too. I mean,
yeah, I think what he'll say instead is, all right, I'll tell you what. I can get you in for 3 days from now for our Thursday night brawl. You want to fight? You want to fight in it?
I slam my fist on my chest and I say, do I seem like a coward?
No.
Then I shall fight.
If I had said yes, would you not be?
No, then we would fight.
Why'd you ask me that question?
Well, I am practicing the rhetorical questions, as Vinny says.
Why are you practicing rhetorical questions?
I have been
that
told
was
I
a
am.
Rhetorical question. I'll take you to the fighting ring.
You can see Warden bristle at at this.
What the fuck? He gets some static electricity from touching the knob on a door handle. Jesus. Yeah, I'll get you slated as one of the fighters. You'll be under our family name as a sponsor. Normally, it's going to be noble families, or the priestess obvious actually sponsors himself, which is fine because he's a high priest of a fucking main god, and he's actually quite wealthy. But yeah, we'll sponsor you. You want to do lethal or non-lethal combat?
Again, do I seem like a coward?
This is how Warden dies.
This is really not clear to me on which one you're wanting.
Obviously lethal.
Oh, okay. Got it. That's fine then. Yeah. I will do you for that one. Alright, yeah. You are slated as a fighter in the fighting pits. And I will have that ready for you next session if you want to.
Cool.
Alright. I gotta be honest. I don't have a lot else for y'all tonight. Is there anything particular that y'all want to accomplish today? Do you want to go back and check out the docks, for example? Or do you want to hold off until the confrontation tomorrow?
I assume we have exchanged all the information we need to.
I think at this point I'm going to say it's reasonable that everyone's gotten back to the Bitcoin and brothel and been able to, just for interests of expediency, recommunicated what's been going on throughout their day. Morteza is talking about how he expertly slid in, undetected, invisible, by 20 men. I don't know. Probably he's given a relatively accurate number of them and what they were talking about. Rockgut, meanwhile, is trying to explain to Salros how many snakes he saw and how big the ape was, and
Jesus,
describing the giant octopus that he thinks he'll one day be able to transform into.
Ooh.
And what are y'all doing?
What is this place called again? What is this?
The brothel, the Bitcoin Inn.
No, where you saw these animals.
Oh, the menagerie. It's just outside the gates there.
Okay.
It was a good
time. Sure if there was a shorter word that it went by. Okay, yes, that makes sense.
No, I don't think so.
No. No.
I mean, unless you have a name for it. I was just reading the sign. Usually that's a pretty good indicator of what it's called.
I can't read, so I wouldn't know.
Makes sense. Well,
anyway,
It's good to hear that we know where the boat is. The fact that the slaves aren't there, I mean, Silky's family isn't there anymore is a little bit concerning. I assume you guys weren't able to track down that information at all?
We were
Do
not.
we want me to ask him what time we need to meet and where to send Keston a message? Or are we just gonna? Because like,
Ooh, that's a good point.
Yeah,
I feel like we have some advantage because we know the exact warehouse where the boat is, and we would just give that away if we just showed up there bright and early at dawn, right? Perhaps we should ask as if we don't know, and then,
we could ask for a time and then show up earlier too.
Yes, I
Just
like
surprise
that.
on him.
Yeah, just maybe send him a message and get in his head a little bit. I mean, not obviously you're literally going to, but like maybe say something to like throw him off his game, like tell me as a tiny dick or something, like at the end.
I don't exactly know how it works, but I believe I only have a certain number of words when I've lots of times it's been caught off. Like I'm talking to people and they'll be talking and it just disappears. So
Well,
have to be-
I think you can just address them as small dick, and that's only two words.
That's true. That's very good. That's very good. Yes. Okay.
Okay. I'll write that down. So shall I do that before we call it? Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
I
Yeah,
think-
do it.
Yeah, let's get a time set up, and then we can work around that.
Okay. I'll put my hand up to my ear and I'll say, "Wait, are you sure I should call him small dick? Are you sure? I might establish a. We're not. Are you sure?"
What do you think,
I know.
Cyrus?
I think I'm always in favor of calling people with tiny dick energy tiny dick, but I understand we may not want to upset him
Silky, what do you think?
over much.
Silky, it's your fan. What do you think?
I mean, I'm okay with being honest. I don't see any reason to lie to him.
I haven't seen him naked. Have you?
I mean, you can kind of tell.
Those robes were pretty well tailored. All right.
Pretty.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. It's clear. The answer is clear. Okay. Hand up to ear. Let's say.
That's not the eugenics that they care about in the Grace family.
Silky just goes for an under the table fist bump with Salrose.
Nice.
I'm sending a message to Keston. I'm gonna say, "Hey, small dick." I'm gonna try not to laugh. It's us. We're ready for tomorrow. Just say when and where. And I'll say again, we're ready. That's it.
Okay. Yes, it's wonderful to hear from you. I'm looking forward to tomorrow as well.
No.
11 p.m. Fifth
Oh.
warehouse at the Balder Harbor. I will have a man out to meet you so that we might speak in private. That's all you get.
So we got a whole another day then. Shit, I might go back to Menagerie.
No.
You probably hit up the fighting pits before going to the warehouse.
Yo,
We don't want to get injured.
basically, I'm just giving y'all time if you want to do something else. If not, you're gonna be able to spend the time ahead of the day, either doing recon if you want, or we can fast. We don't have to play out every fucking day here, guys. You can.
What about the Sarah Silverbow thing? How many days does
Sounds like I think we might have to though.
You can fast pace through it with being like, we're getting ready, we're getting hyped up, we're sitting in a room and we're all slapping him on the shoulder and shit. We're gonna fuck these guys
Need a
up. Come on.
montage.
Did the dock
Or
name
meet
that
him
he
downtown.
gave at the warehouse name, did that match up with where?
Same harbor. He
Mhm.
named a warehouse. Doesn't seem to have been the warehouse that y'all were in that day, but you're not sure. I guess I don't know that Morteza got a locked warehouse. That you just got the warehouse that they pointed out the Afira as being in.
Okay.
So he might have named a different warehouse. You didn't really explore the docks that much.
Dylan, do I have that ward on my core yet, or
You do.
has that not?
No, that was
Okay,
finished. Sorry, I think you were gone for when that happened, but no, it was finished.
Yeah. Okay, awesome.
When you beat the hag at the end of it, your warding was completed.
Awesome. What does that do?
In
But that's the same thing,
game
honestly.
mechanics, it doesn't really do anything.
Okay.
But if I capture you somehow, instead of it just being like, oh, we're gonna open you up and instantly be able to start like trying to make a control rod, they're gonna have to make a series of intelligence checks of like a DC 25 to even get progress towards accessing your core and trying to take further control of you.
Okay, so it decreases the chance of new control rods, but doesn't stop
Does not
other control rods.
It will give you some help against existing control rods
Okay.
that were already made attuned to you, but not completely stop them.
Cool.
And it decreases if you get captured. You're not like as soon as they get you open and figure it out, you're not instantly fucked. Basically, it would
Gotcha.
take them a long time because it's basically like you get a roll per day, and that's if this guy is spending 6 hours working on just 6 to 8 hours working on like just you. So it's all
Gotcha.
he'd be doing that day, and he still has to get a DC 25 check. So I'm not gonna fucking get you unless I catch Warden for like a month.
Well, find out.
Which if I catch Warden for a month, I mean, you deserve it at that point.
Yeah,
As good
for
as
real.
dead.
So yeah. All right.
Dope.
Anything else y'all want to do, or we're good to go?
How long has it been regarding the silver bow?
The Silver Bow, visiting the tomb of Sarah Silverbow.
Yep. I was
You
supposed to wait
have-
2 weeks.
You have been in this city
Yeah.
about a week, I think, like a week and some change. Like you got another like 5 or so days,
An interminable amount of time.
and you still don't know where the tomb is. So you might also want to pick up the place.
Alright, maybe that's what I'll do.
If we are all chatting over dinner and it's just us together,
Yeah,
Um,
it's just y'all. Profashis aren't here tonight, unless you're inviting some of them. In which case, I'm sure Breeze would be happy to join.
I hear you, weirdo.
before they show up, I just wanted to look at everybody and say, all right, look, I know we've all put in a lot of work to getting Silky's family back. And I know I've said this before, but it really does mean a lot to me to be able to reunite family like this. You know, I hope that we can all achieve a peaceful transaction getting her family, but if it comes to it, I'm not going to stop in trying to get them back, no matter what the cost might be. I know Mr. Pravachi wants us all to be the heroes of this town, overthrow the Viscount or whatever, but for me, it's just about getting that family back together and then figuring it out from there. I've seen too many families killed or separated to want to have that happen again. So I hope everybody here can understand that this is very important for me as much as Silky. And yeah, let's kick some ass tomorrow, whatever might happen.
Hell yes.
Well said.
You know, I'm just here till the grave opens up, you know, but you might as well do something, right? So,
You you mean that literally? It's because like, yeah, we'll probably kill some people, but I don't know if that's the goal.
No, I meant
here.
I'm supposed to open up. Hockney told me to go check out the cemetery. So you got me for at least another week.
I mean, what's in the cemetery except for, dirt?
Well, that's what I have to find out, Rocket. That's what I have to find out.
Corpses. I mean, but those are things at peace. You don't need to be disturbing that.
I don't know. I mean, we can trust Hockney, right?
Well, I think if we can trust anyone, it's Hockney.
That
Yes.
motherfucker dropped us into the middle of a fucking Rakshasa pit. I don't trust.
Oh, the
Hockney.
Rakshasas. That reminds me. We should probably do something about that.
Ooh,
Oh,
what
yes.
do you
Well,
suggest
one
we
thing at
do
a time.
about that?
I don't know.
Let's focus on
people.
the task at hand. We're meeting with one of the most powerful people in the entire world tomorrow in a slave deal.
One of the most
Not
powerful.
worry
One
about
of the most powerful families in the entire world.
families, sure. Whoever said that, thank you for correcting me. But
The
Point-
good.
The Watcher.
Thanks
Point
for
being-
Sosuke's like outside looking in through the window. Sorry.
is he using his glasses to look through? Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
And I look at Rocket. The point is, Rocket, we're gonna give you everything we got. Okay?
I don't doubt it. Just want to see some peace. I don't like it. I don't like any of this business. City creeps me out a little bit if I'm being honest.
Ouch.
Because
Yeah,
it's
we're gonna-
above ground?
There's too many people.
That's fair enough.
Too much. What do you call it? Architecture. Yeah. I don't like it.
Overly engineered?
Yeah. A little bit more food for thought. Once everything goes well tomorrow, and assuming we stick around with Miss Rafachi for a while, there's a chance we get sort of famous around here. We'll have to come up with a name for ourselves, some kind of title.
As long as Silky does not name us.
I wouldn't let her.
I think it'll be put to a vote regardless. So, yeah.
We
we're
were
safe there.
we were so close to being famous, then we had to leave the last
You
city in the sewers. Man,
I
that's
can't wait to see how you sneak out of Kirkwall.
it's still
after trying to depose their governor.
it still stings, but
Yeah, hopefully we get escorted out of the city in a little bit better fashion this time.
We're gonna stage a righteous coup.
I'm glad I didn't choose like a lawful good paladin.
I mean, I would have done something different.
Jesus.
That's true.
But all
All
right,
right.
that is
That's
all I
rest.
got. Sorry we didn't do too much after you got back, Clark. Thanks for coming back. Hope starting with
Well, it's fine. I'm chilling. My bad for leaving. You're good. I'll be good to go for the next one here.
Okay, but wait. I don't have a phone here, so I'm gonna need some scheduling details. I'm gonna need some scheduling details right now.
Yeah,
when
let's get it sorted
the
out.
last I remember looking at it was between Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, right? And I thought Monday was in the lead.
Let me scroll up.
Are we fucking doing it?
do any of those days, it's fine with me.
Same. Any days. Whatever.
Yeah, I'm not probably gonna be able to do Thursday because I'm gonna be leaving
Right,
town.
can't do
But
Thursday
I
because
can
you're
do
going to
Monday to
California.
Wednesday.
Can you
Yeah.
do Monday or Wednesday?
For sure. Any other? Yeah.
Sam and Betsy, you can't do Wednesday, right?
We could, but Kathan was saying Monday or Thursday.
Oh,
Or
okay.
maybe
No, I mean I
Yeah.
can do Monday.
We're all right. It sounds like we're fucking going. It sounds like we're going again tomorrow.
Back.
Back to back.
Role play Sunday, kicking ass Monday.
All
The way
right.
it is.
6:30. Is that what time do you guys need?
Yeah. That's fine by me.
6:30.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean
Well-
I can do early. I don't. It's whatever. you guys need.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever is good with Utah.
I mean,
folks,
I
'cause
won't
know it's a
know.
little
Like
earlier
if,
than
if if I'm not out at exactly 5, it's not something I would know until like the day
that's a fair
of.
point.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just say
5:30.
5:30, and we can, or
5:30 Central.
and then-
yes,
Yeah,
4:30
right.
Mountain, 6:30 Eastern. Sounds
All
good.
right.
Word.
Sounds good.
Cool.
Dope.
5:30
Alright.
tomorrow. See y'all again
Combat.
soon.
Combat.
Combat.
Get him, guys.
Combat. Get them all outside.
CST, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
5:30 Central, 6.
You go by the time zone the DM is in.
Oh my gosh.
Thank God no one's
Okay.
living in Arizona or to deal with daylight savings time.
Can you imagine?
Oh
Jesus.
yeah, that'd be.
Don't they never?
Nightmare.
I actually don't.
Never.
I
They
actually
never
don't
say.
believe
They're always
in. I don't
on it.
believe in daylight savings time. So you're still gonna have to deal with
Yeah,
it.
they don't believe in it.
All right, well,
Dude,
we can have the first
let me,
hour of
Let me
combat.
fucking tell you, there was nothing quite as confusing as, again, not having a phone, going off my watch for time, like legitimately, as opposed to just a timepiece.
Oh my god.
And sitting there being like, fucking daylight savings happened too? Like, ugh. Very
The only way I
disorienting.
realized is my appliances.
Very
I was like,
disorienting.
oh fuck.
Yeah, sure.
Had no idea it was happening.
And then I just you start getting paranoid because your car and everything else is wrong too. But yeah, anyways, tomorrow should be fun.
Animals will keep you honest about when it's time to eat.
Yeah, right.
There you go.
That's true.
Animals definitely do not observe daylight savings time.
They do not.
Alright.
Cool.
All right, yo.
Peace.
All
Thanks,
right,
y'all.
Smash tomorrow.
Peace out.
Bye.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Night.